Dunbar Lady Tigers and the Phillips Preparatory Pirates had to wait a week to compete for the 2024-2025 Middle School Basketball Championship due to a historic 7.5 inches of snow in Mobile, Alabama. But both teams have thawed out and are ready to heat up the hardwood here at Mobile County Middle School Basketball Girls Championship game. Good afternoon, I'm Corey LeBounty, joined by Coach Trent Eager, and welcome to a special edition of Tuesday Night Hoops, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks, Corey, for having me. I'm excited to see this good level of basketball today.
Great quality basketball as it is the middle school championship on the campus of Mattie T. Blunt High School. You have an undefeated Dunbar Lady Tigers team taking on an upset-minded Phillips Pirates Preparatory Academy School.
Absolutely. Coming off a big win like that in the semifinals, it's good to carry a little chemistry.
Absolutely, and you'll see some great middle school action here as we are getting ready for tip-off here in this small division girls championship game. We get ready for tip-off. Our officials for this small girls division championship will be Jerome Woods and James Springs III. And immediately Dunbar controls the tip and has a layup that is no good. And Phillips trying to capitalize and go coast to coast on the other end as they come up with a missed layup and are able to get it back and settle down and miss another jump shot from the top of the key as Coach nerves are high here to begin the contest.
Absolutely. This has started to be a fast-paced game out of the gate with both kids really excited and just getting after it early.
We'll take a look at our starters in today's contest for the Phillips Lady Pirates. De'Ara Griffin, Caitlin Williams, Aviana Reed, Kaylin Deeds, and Leanna Davis. For Dunbar, Brandy Eli, Jada Bindoff, Charity Small, Amori Strait, and Amor Kone Williams. As Phillips Preparatory comes in and gets a nice steal and is trying to go coast to coast here as they do go coast to coast, but there's going to be a foul on the floor called first. Caitlin Williams really makes Phillips Preparatory go, Coach, as Phillips is in the blue uniforms and Dunbar, the Tigers, are in the all-white. Dunbar going to play a little bit of zone defense and come away with a huge steal.
Yeah. Dunbar really plays an up-and-down game and gets the ball up the floor really fast and up on the rim, so they've done a really good job of that.
Trying to lay it up after an offensive rebound. We will have our first team foul of the game, which will result in 2 shots. And sometimes in order to settle the nerves down, you're able to do so at the free throw line as Amira Kone Williams will go to the line for her first free throw attempt.
This is on the first, but the key is to getting those extra rebounds, Corey, and those extra rebounds have contributed to them being at the line this early.
After that first team foul, the second free throw is up and good, and here comes the full court pressure, trying to create a turnover as Phillips handles that pressure very well. And they're going to kick it out for a three-point shot. Is up and good for the Pirates. That's Aviana Reed.
Yeah, big shot. Usually when you see a big shot go in like that, it gives you a lot of confidence, so we may see that the rest of the night.
Here's zone defense being played by Phillips, and Phillips comes into this contest having played and won their last couple of contests. They upset Denton in the semifinals 17-16, so they have a lot of momentum playing in postseason on fire at the right time.
Absolutely, and that's what you want to do. You want to be playing your best basketball late in the year and at the right time. That gives you a lot of confidence. Your kids are playing at a high level, so that's what you want to do, and they want to bring that into this game.
Dunbar comes in again. Head coach Danielle Portis, along with her husband Daryl Portis, won the 22-23 middle school championship, so no strangers to success as Phillips drives coast to coast and is fouled. Coach, transition and defense are going to be key to what we see in this afternoon's contest.
They are. Transition and defense, both sides of the ball, are going to be key because this is an up and down game. And Clayton, she's had her hands on almost every possession, every ball, and she's getting out in front of everybody. So no surprise that she's at the line getting to the basket that she has. And she misses it first.
And Coach, you look at these two teams having played one another earlier in the season. Dunbar won 34-13 and also 33-24, so no stranger to one another as Clayton's able to knock one home off of the glass.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've seen each other, and I tell you, man, it's hard to beat a good team twice, and it's definitely hard to beat a good team 3 times. So there's a lot of adjustments that are made within the season and within games.
Nice zone defense, 2-3 being played by Phillips to go ahead and find a way to try to stay in this game. And one thing you'll notice quickly is the size advantage that Dunbar has on the inside, especially with Callie King getting that touch.
Absolutely. Their size is going to be a problem for Phillips.
Phillips with an early lead. We'll see how they're able to handle this pressure. A little coast-to-coast action. Up and no good, but there'll be a second chance opportunity. And rebounding has really been critical for Phillips as well. Second chance opportunities.
Absolutely. And rebounding wins you a lot of games. Those extra possessions, and that's what the size of Dunbar is seeming to be an issue for Phillips with those extra rebounds inside.
De'Ara Griffin goes to the free throw line. She is also a cheerleader. She has been considered the heart of this team. Phillips boys will play next. She'll be in the stands cheering, but wants to win that championship first. Dunbar secures that rebound. Outlet pass is made, and we'll see here how Dunbar is able to settle down against this 2-3 zone that's being played by Phillips.
Quick turnover, just moving the ball around right now, and the ball goes back to Phillips.
Halfway through the first quarter of this small division middle school basketball championship here on the MCPSS Television Network, and Dunbar has extended their zone a little. Looks like a box and one they want to run on Clayton, and having a lot of success there with the turnover.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be something that's key for Dunbar, is to keep the ball out of Clayton's hand as much as possible.
Yeah, Clayton definitely makes the team go, averages 9 points per game for the Lady Pirates, and it will be Phillips basketball after the turnover by Dunbar. And again, a box and one strategy after only a couple of days practice due to the snowstorm that we had, and that box and one is being played against Clayton. Team fouls so far called against Dunbar, 1 against Phillips. It will be baseline out of bounds underneath. And this is where you can kind of steal baskets right here and get fouled right underneath the rim if you're able to get it in bounds.
Absolutely. A lot of times teams' worst defensive assignments are in bounds. So you may be able to catch one sleeping at that time.
A traveling call on that play by Leanna Davis. And you look at this roster here for Phillips. 3 7th graders, 10 8th graders, and almost identical numbers for Dunbar. 10 8th graders and 2 7th graders. As Dunbar's trying to find a way around this pesky zone, and there'll be a 3-second violation called against Dunbar.
And turnovers are going to be costly with Dunbar, so those turnovers are limiting their possession, so they can't get the offensive rebound or get it fouled or anything, so that's going to be costly.
Box and one is a new concept that Coach Danielle Portis and her husband Daryl Portis have come up with. They're undefeated, 12-0 on the season, but having played a team twice, you know what it takes in order to slow a team down and to try to eliminate their biggest scoring threat and kind of cut the head off of the snake, so to speak.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. And I mean, like I said, you playing a team twice and beating a team twice is tough, and playing them a third time and beating them, there's a lot of adjustments that are made on both sides of the ball. And right now it's really faring well for Phillips as Dunbar does hit that 3 and ties the game up.
Jada Bendoff with a huge three-pointer off of the glass, and Phillips handles that pressure very well, getting it across, but that is the strength of what Dunbar wants to do. When they score, they want to go ahead and create havoc by being able to pick up, and you're not able to press if you're not able to score.
Absolutely. That's a big thing. A lot of guys talking about setting your defense, but you got to be able to actually score to actually set your defense. You're always getting back in transition on misses, so.
Another offensive rebound put up by the Pirates, Coach, and they've really been doing a good job of crashing the glass off of these missed shots.
They have. I wonder how much they actually practice rebounding, because they look really good at actually crashing the boards.
Possession arrow on that jump ball. As you take a look at this replay, nice three-pointer by Bendoff off of the glass, and it's good, and we're knotted at 4 apiece with Dunbar controlling that possession arrow off of that last jump ball. And with the substitutions coming to the game, we'll see if Phillips is still able to implement its 2-3 zone defense. Been successful so far.
Absolutely, it has been. It slowed Dunbar down a good bit. They can't get the shot selection that they're looking for.
And Phillips head coach Jacob Wisden, in his first year, teaches 7th grade math. He was the head boys coach at Burns the last 3 years. There's a steal right at midcourt. And a nice show and display of hands by Brandy Eli.
That's a foul out at midcourt on Clayton, and that's going to be her second, so that may be a little bit. Oh, that's her first.
Dunbar going to attack this defense before they get set up. Left side wing shot up and no good. Offensive rebound put back no good. And this is the 3rd touch. Dunbar is going to have another look at it. Shot up and no good by Bendoff. And there'll be another jump ball as Amira Kone Williams brings the ball down when she gets that rebound, allowing Phillips to tie it up.
As you said, there were 3 offensive rebounds in that segment.
1-2-2. It looks an extended box and one is really what Phillips wants to combat and get the ball to Clayton. If they're not able to do that, then they struggle offensively. And there's a turnover coming out of that box and one that has created another offensive opportunity for Dunbar.
Yeah, it really looks like Coach Porter's, their whole philosophy is to actually speed you up on both sides of the ball, or both sides of the court, on the half and the full.
And rebounding is the strength of Dunbar's team. A left wing three-pointer up and no good. Behind the back dribble there being demonstrated by Straight. And she's going to have her shot blocked, and we will have a traveling call on the rebound there, and it will go back over to Dunbar, as Dunbar will take over sidelines and go ahead and place it on the baseline. Zone defense by Phillips on the out of bounds, and they almost turn it over. Are able to control it, Coach, and a shot is up and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. And it's 2 more points by Maury Straight for Dunbar. In the backcourt, we have a foul called by James Springs III. And that will be the 5th team foul, resulting in 2 free throws. Double bonus here in the first quarter with 36.6 seconds remaining in this small division championship game.
First.
Good, Coach. That free throw good by Miss Williams. Her second is no good, and Coach, we have reached the 15 foul as well on both ends now. Both teams should be in the double bonus. If that was a foul call, I wasn't able to see it. It does look like that.
There's a foul called, and we should be.
The board reads 14 fouls to 5. Dunbar is going to attack this 2-3 zone and look to get the ball on the inside. The shot up and no good.
I tell you, they really do a good job of getting the shot that they want in that zone. Unfortunately, she missed it that time. They ran a really good set and got the ball in to King. Unfortunately, she missed it and picked up a quick foul on it.
And because we are in the double bonus, 19.8 seconds remaining, going back to the free throw line for the Lady Pirates, Deja Mack. And we've seen them being able to use the backboard here. That one's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Ties us up at 6.
Checking into the game for the Dunbar Lady Tigers is Tayaria Philpott. The second free throw is going to be a violation on the shooter. 6-6. Our score with 19.8 seconds remaining. Dunbar looking to take the last shot here of the first quarter of this small girls division championship game. We'll have a foul call as Lady Tigers were looking to attack this zone. Coach, double bonus here. Free throws down the stretch. Really, at the end of the game, look to be probably the difference maker on who's going to win and lose.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like that's going to be a big thing. Free throws going to be a big factor in this game.
Coming up a little bit short there for Dunbar. Shaking that one up. And off, 10.5 seconds remaining with one shot left here out of the double bonus. That one was no good by Chloe Davidson, as Phillips is going to try to get it off before time expires. The shot is up. And that's the end of the first quarter between the Phillips Lady Pirates and the Dunbar Lady Tigers here on the MCPSS Television Network.
Parents, if you have a child who will be 4 years of age on or before September 1st, then mark your calendar to register for the Mobile County Public Schools First Class Pre-K program. Online registration for this school year opens January 15th. Log on to MCPSS.com for more information and a complete listing of pre-K sites, screening, and selection information. First class pre-K registration, January 15th. Save the date.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Welcome back here to the Small Division Middle School Championship. And don't forget to mark your calendar, parents. It's a virtual distance instruction learning day next Monday, February the 3rd. No school for the students, as it will be a virtual distance instruction day. Make sure you mark your calendar for that next Monday. Dunbar gets the ball to begin the second quarter of action, attacking this Phillips zone, and quickly are fouled, and they will be going back to the free throw line here to start the second quarter of action.
Yeah, it didn't take long for Dunbar to get a good quick action, get a good shot off. They got fouled on that shot, so they're running some really good stuff against the zone.
Just want to find a way to finish, as that first free throw is up and no good. And going to the line, getting ready to shoot the second free throw for the Dunbar Lady Tigers. The second free throw, there will be a violation that is called against Phillips. And one more shot for Brandy Eli, having a chance to capitalize and take a 1-point lead with the make here. Eli misses that one, but a nice offensive rebound by Dunbar as they're able to keep that alive, Coach.
Absolutely. Dunbar, like I said, has done a really good job of keeping possessions. Extra possessions going to usually put you on the winning side of the column.
Dunbar baseline out of bounds. Will get a 3-point look from the right wing, up and no good, and knocked out of bounds, or saved rather, before we have a jump ball, and the possession arrow will favor the Phillips Lady Pirates. Phillips took early control of this game, this box and one that is being played against Clayton Williams, number 3 here for Phillips, as their best ball handler and their leading scorer. Dunbar's able to turn it into a turnover. Great transition and run the floor by Dunbar, which creates a 3-pointer that's up and no good. And on the end line, steps out of bounds, Carmen Hill. Coach, what's the best way to attack this box and one, especially if you've never seen it before for Phillips?
Well, you've definitely got to get somebody in the middle of the floor. You don't have any outlets as far as Clayton to actually distribute the ball. So we've got somebody on the wing what they're taking up. You put somebody on the middle of that floor, that makes that wing defense have to sink in a little, and you have points of attack.
And Clayton is able to get by the first defender. Her shot up and no good, and Dunbar walking the ball up the floor. Bendoff getting ready to attack now, switching over to a 2-1-2 defense for the Pirates.
And they've actually extended that defense, so that was really good that time, although Clayton just picked up another foul.
And that's something to keep an eye on for the Lady Pirates.
Absolutely.
Staying out of foul trouble. And checking in now for the Pirates, Michelle Adeola. That zone defense on the out of bounds makes it tough for Dunbar to get off the shot, but their offensive rebounds have really been critical for Dunbar, as they are just feasting on the offensive boards.
They're getting their hands on every offensive rebound or even loose ball. They are really active around the glass.
And here on a dead ball, picking up full court is Dunbar. And that's something that Phillips, you know, they want to find number 3 and get the ball into Miss Williams' hands and make her handle it. And she's going to be called for an over and back violation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Turnovers are going to hurt. Every possession matters, and you can't give away possessions like that. You got to be conscious of where you are on the floor.
Again, Coach Danielle Portis and her husband Daryl Portis are mixing up coaching personalities, and one plays good, one plays bad, and they have nicknames for their players as well, Coach, as we'll talk a little bit about some of their nicknames of the Dunbar Lady Tigers. But here with 4:11 remaining, knotted up at 6 apiece, we've been treated to a great and very competitive championship game matchup.
Absolutely. It has been a fast-paced game, and a lot of competition has been shown in this game. And a lot of strategy as well. Phillips has done a really good job of mixing up their zone, although Dunbar has gotten some good shots out of it, but it's actually worked in their favor.
Like you said, Coach, extending the zone a little bit. Dunbar trying to find a way to hit the short corner, and the cutter going through. And Phillips is doing a good job fronting the post down low as well, taking that pass away.
Absolutely. They've put Clayton in the middle of that zone, and she seems to know how to play the middle of that zone really well.
And putting somebody in front of Amira Kone Williams, the forward for Dunbar, not allowing her to catch that lob is critical, as Phillips makes some substitution. And here comes that full court 1-2-1-1 press, and going to be a foul.
Out of it.
See, that foul is going to be called against Dunbar. It looks like be their first team foul of the quarter. No, it's against Phillips. Their second of the quarter. Yeah, I think it's going to be an inadvertent whistle.
I think so.
That
Absolutely.
was called there on the play. Just an inadvertent whistle that will give the ball to Dunbar at midcourt. Jada Bendolph will have it, looking to attack this zone that has been extended by the Pirates. Driving from the right wing is Amori Strait. She's going to be fouled and have 2 more free throws, as that's the 3rd team foul of the second quarter that has been called against Phillips. Good look there at Amori Strait. And her nickname is Miss B, being named by her coaches. The 8th grader with the first free throw attempt up and no good, being talked to by her teammates.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 fouls on Clayton, so that's going to be tough for Phillips right here. I want to see how they handle this pressure right now without her in the game.
The second free throw is up and no good by Strait. Another offensive rebound. And there will be a jump ball. That was a great block on that play by De'Ara Griffin.
Absolutely. That was a really good play.
And the possession arrow favors Dunbar. Baseline out of bounds against this zone defense. They're just going to throw it to the top of the key. And Phillips will stay in this 2-3 zone. A little high-low action looking for Dunbar. No shot clock in middle school, so they're patiently going to shoot a top-of-the-key jumper up and no good. Rebounded by Phillips, and that's a great job by Heidi Oha.
That's another tie-up. Like I said, Dunbar has done a really good job of getting their hands on the ball. They are really active around the glass and really active on the ball. You love to see kids that really just get after it.
6-6 our score. As you take a look at the replay there, Phillips really extended this defense, and that top of the key runner that was up and no good by Bendolph. And then you can see here the jump ball that was called. Possession arrow favors Phillips, as Phillips trying to attack now without their leader on the floor, and there'll be a tripping foul called. And when you practice a box and one defense like they had against Caitlin Williams, and then she's on the bench, do you change your strategy at all defensively, or do you stay with what you've been working on?
Well, it just depends on if they're able to put another Caitlin Williams in the game. I'm sorry. And number 15, Leanna Davis, has done a good job of breaking that press. She's handling the ball really well. She just picked up a foul right there, breaking it down. So I think there's a chance you probably stay in it. You want to get the ball out of their best guards' hands.
6-6 our score here in this girls small division MCPSS championship game. Dunbar, again, undefeated, looking to cap off a 13-0 season, and there's going to be a travel on the 3-point attempt by Amori Strait. And it will be Phillips basketball having to try to break this really 3/4 court pressure now because of where the ball is being spotted.
Good job of breaking it.
3 ball that's short, an offensive rebound, goes back to the Pirates, and the floater is up and no good by Leanna Davis. And Dunbar gets it out in transition as Amori Strait gets it out, and she gets the first 2 points here of the second quarter.
Yeah, that's their best basketball right there. That open floor basketball, getting layups, getting steals and layups, that's some of their best basketball.
Outstanding outlet pass, Coach. And Strait slowing it down, making the layup, and converting now as Dunbar takes over, baseline out of bounds. And Aubrey Petway Green is going to get it to the right wing to Kone Williams. And the jumper up and no good by Petway Green. And it will go over to Phillips, who is trailing 6-8, Coach, with 2:04 remaining here in the second quarter of our championship game.
Yeah, it's been a real nip and tuck game up until this second quarter.
Another offensive rebound out of the full court pressure that's being applied. And Phillips is able to come away with it and try to take it coast to coast. Leanna Davis gets it to her teammate, Kaylin Dees, and it's going to be blocked great clean block on that play by Charity Small. Dunbar Lady Tigers. Checking in will be Carmen Hill. And Dunbar defending the baseline out of bounds using the 2-3 zone. See how their hands are out wide, creating havoc for Phillips trying to get it in.
Yeah, with that big front line, that's tough. Getting that ball in and actually getting the actual shot and score that you want. Shot goes up, good offensive rebound by Phillips.
3-second violation was called for and asked for, and after that 3-second violation, Dunbar takes back over as they bring in their point guard, Jada Bendoff. And Jada Bendoff, number 3 for Dunbar. Her nickname by the coaches is AAU because she does play a little AAU summertime basketball. She's trying to find her teammate on the right wing, Carmen Hill.
That's going to be another turnover on Dunbar. Possessions costly. Looks like Dunbar is going to get back in their box and one instead of the full court.
I like the strategy, and Phillips knows to screen the top of that box and one as well. As from the top of the key, Phillips is able to work the ball around back up to the top. Kaylin Dees is going to get it on the right wing to her teammate, shooting the 3. Leanna Davis is going to be fouled shooting the 3.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be 3 shots.
58.5 seconds remaining here in the second quarter of this girls small division championship. Teams that are very familiar with one another. Again, this is the 3rd time these teams have met this season, with Phillips coming up on the short end both games. And the first free throw is up and good off of the glass by Leanna Davis. Davis only a 7th grader, Coach.
Yeah, that's a good sign for Phillips with her being a 7th grader coming back behind, because she's done a really good job of controlling things as Clayton has gone out. She's controlled the game and done a really good job.
You get a chance to see an outstanding crowd. Both squads brought their cheerleaders as 2 out of 3 knocks us up at 8 apiece, and Phillips falls back into their half-court defense, and Dunbar, they'll see if they can continue to dominate the offensive glass. I love how active Leanna Davis has been at the top of this zone for Phillips.
Yeah, she's done a really good job of getting her hands or her feet or something on every ball or every pass, so making it tough for Dunbar to actually initiate their offense.
And Coach, having been the head coach at Bishop State, you love deflections because deflections are a sign that you're playing great defense.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to try to get our hands on as many as we can, but you want to try to shoot for a goal for about 20+ deflections, because if you get it deflected, you're going to get typically those steals.
Bendoff from the right wing hits a huge 3 for the Lady Tigers to give them a 3-point advantage, and Phillips is able to try to break this pressure. Do break it, but you take a look at that great 3-pointer by Bendoff.
Absolutely, that was a big shot, and they actually created the steal. Now they got the ball back to finish the half.
Dunbar comes into this game again 12-0. Get a chance here to see if they hold for one or attack this zone defense. As she tries to get it to her teammate Charity Small. 5-0 run here to end the second quarter, as Phillips will try to take and launch from half court, but time's going to expire as the Dunbar Lady Tigers take a 13-8 lead here in our small division championship game, Coach. We've had some great action, seen Dunbar hit the glass hard here in the first half of action.
Absolutely. Dunbar turned up the pressure a little bit and got on the offensive a little bit more. He got on the glass and he had a 5-point lead.
A 5-0 run to end the quarter here in the small girls division championship game here on the campus of Maddie T. Blunt. Second half action coming your way on a special edition of Tuesday Night Hoops on the MCPSS television network.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
Did you know that missing 2 days of school per month
has a negative effect on student achievement?
And that chronic absenteeism is negatively impacting
1 out of every 10 Alabama students.
Studies show students who are chronically absent are more likely to drop out of school. For every 1 day your child is absent from school, it takes 3 days for them to catch up.
So if I am not sick, make sure I'm at school, because missing school means missing out.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Cressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb Southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCPSS.
Your Mobile County District Attorney, I want to remind you about the truancy laws. 5 unexcused absences requires you to attend the early warning truancy program. Failure to attend the early warning truancy program can cause you to appear before a judge in circuit court. We need you to stay in school. This is a serious law, and it needs to be taken very seriously. I wish you and your family a safe, happy, and successful school year.
Do you feel alone, overwhelmed, or helpless?
There's hope, there's help. Call or text 988.
You don't have to face your crisis alone. If you need a safe space to talk with a trusted adult for support, reach out to your school counselor.
Do you need help to make it through everyday struggles? Do you need someone to talk to?
Call or text 988. Your social emotional wellness is worth it.
Remember, there's hope, there's help.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon, but we need your help to complete the project. Visit MCPSS.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
Welcome back to the Small Girls Division Championship, middle school basketball style. Corey LeBounty along with Coach Trent Eager joining you here on the campus of Mattie T. Blunt High School. 13-8, our halftime score as a quick 5-0 run under the last 20 seconds of the second quarter propelled Dunbar to a nice lead.
Absolutely. The game started out fast-paced and it ended that way in the first half.
And great second half action coming your way as, again, Dunbar will have the ball here to start the second half as they are trying to win their first championship since 22-23. As we get started here to start the second half of action, Coach Danielle Portis and Daryl Portis, her husband, trying to lead the Tigers to another girls middle school championship. Again, they had won one in 2023 and have done a great job of crashing the glass here in the first half as we see them with another second chance opportunity here to start the second half.
Absolutely, another second chance opportunity, and now they're going to the free throw line. So offensive rebounding is a big thing for Dunbar. Their offensive rebounding as well as their pressure in the full court and half has been really good for them.
Coming out with a box and one strategy, you see Jada Bendoff, nicknamed AAU by her two coaches, as she does play, again, AAU girls basketball. Misses that first one, and will take her time here on this second one. And her second free throw is up and good, extending that lead to 14-8.
Absolutely. As this game, you see Clayton is back in the game, so hopefully they can close the gap a little bit and not let it get away from them.
Again, these two teams have played twice earlier in the season, with Dunbar winning both games 34-13 and 33-24. And again, for the Pirates of Phillips, Caitlin Williams, number 3 in blue, got into early foul trouble and had to sit out there in the second quarter, and that's kind of been the difference.
Yeah, that was a big difference. Leanna Davis did come in and do a good job, but they just didn't put any points on the board. And Dunbar had a really good run right there at the end of the game, that end of the first half, that put them over the top for a little bit.
And we'll see Amori Strait, Miss B, as her nickname by her coaches, missed the first free throw opportunity for Dunbar, leading 14-8. Coach, we talked about being able to score and jump in this press. She makes this free throw. You can bet your bottom dollar that pressure will be coming again by the Dunbar Lady Tigers.
Yeah, that pressure defense is their staple, it seems like. That's what they love to do, love to get in it. So, you can bet that it's coming. She made that one. They're jumping. Looks like they're going to go back to their box and one.
And I like the box and one strategy on Caitlin Williams, as there's a turnover.
Absolutely.
That if points off turnovers here is going to be the name of the second half, Phillips just has to settle down as Jacob Wasden, again, in his first year as the girls coach. Last 3 years he spent at Burns Middle School. His assistant, Joshua Washington, also is a fireman. So we thank him for his service and the great coaching tandem that they have put together at Phillips.
Absolutely. And to be here, they've done a really good job. Like you said, that upset of Denton in the semis has put them here in this championship game, looking for a victory.
Amori Strait with a nice floating one-hander, up and good for Dunbar, extending that lead to 10, their largest, and there'll be a timeout called by head coach Jacob Wasden, as we saw this be a nip and tuck game into the last 20 seconds of the second quarter. And now coming out of the locker room, Dunbar didn't even warm up. They just came out on fire.
Yeah, it looks like they made some offensive adjustments, getting the ball into key people's hands and attacking the gaps on those zones and getting it up, and that has put them up by 10.
A 10-point lead, not insurmountable, and I mentioned the success that Dunbar had in the first game that they played on November 21st. That final was 34-13. And in the second game that was played just a couple of weeks ago, January the 6th, it was only a 9-point game. So you can see the improvement by the Phillips Lady Pirates throughout the season. And now's the time for number 3, Caitlin Williams, to take over for the Pirates.
Yeah, now's the time for her to take over. But this Dunbar defense is really doing a good job. Coach has done a good job of preparing his kids to key in on her, as she is a really good ball handler.
Possession arrow favors the Phillips Lady Pirates as they will take it out baseline out of bounds against this 2-3 zone defense. Finding the right corner, floating one-hander up and no good by Leanna Davis. And Phillips will commit a foul, Coach. It will be their third team foul here of the third quarter.
Yeah, that foul trouble may pose as an issue for them as well, for Phillips.
And now you look at Dunbar getting ready to inbound the basketball, but not before subbing in Deja Mack coming in for Phillips. And that will be 4 fouls on Caitlin Williams now. Their best ball handler and really their leading scorer takes a seat here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, she's a big playmaker for them, as you know, she needs them. She's a big piece to what they like to do on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Missed shot by Dunbar, quickly going the other direction on the Pirates. Aviana Reed on another page, not on the same page as her teammate, as Dunbar is going to try to take advantage of that Pirates turnover.
Yeah, it looks like Dunbar is really doing a better job right now, just controlling the game. They're kind of walking away with it, getting the shots that they want, moving the ball.
And there'll be a 3-second violation called against Dunbar in the lane, but you can see them having settled down and now getting ready to apply this full court pressure that we expected to see without Caitlin Williams being in the game.
Absolutely. And they got a steal off of it just that fast.
And a traveling call will be called after the steal by Amira Kone Williams. But that full court man-to-man pressure being applied by Dunbar, being handled on that possession there by Leanna Davis. And her floater's up and no good. Offensive rebound. Shot blocked.
Blocked by Charity Small.
And Callie King, she had her shot blocked, like you just mentioned. Phillips getting the look they wanted, just not able to convert, but still luckily having possession of the ball once again.
Yeah, you're going to have to be able to make some shots and make some plays against this Dunbar team. I mean, Phillips is going to have to make some shots here and there to actually get back in it.
And Phillips skips it across that zone. Jumper up and no good. Offensive rebound by the Pirates, put up and no good by Deja Mack. And a long transition outlet pass, coast to coast, trying to go Amori straight. And she's going to gather the score.
That's her basketball, getting out and getting to that basket in transition.
20-8 our score with 3 minutes remaining in this girls small division championship, as Phillips is able to break this full court pressure, and there will be a foul called underneath. I think that one's going to go against Kone Williams as well. And it is only the first team foul called of the quarter, but it will be the 4th against Kone Williams, and she'll take a seat as her teammate coming in to give her a quick breather.
Yeah, that's going to be a big foul for Dunbar, but at this point they have a good cushion right now for her to get a good rest.
Alasia Armstead checks in as Dunbar looking to get it out in transition and go coast to coast for Bendoff. And her shot is up and no good, and we're going to have a foul first before a jump ball. We'll have a foul called against Phillips. And coming off of the floor for Phillips will be an injury. It looks like to Jadori Smith, who's being attended to behind Phillips' bench. As Phillips has possession of the basketball, trailing 20-8 here in the third quarter. And we'll have a holding foul called against Dunbar as they're continuing to be aggressive defensively.
Yeah, I don't think they have an on and off switch on, especially on defense.
Two team fouls so far for Dunbar, as now checking in is Aubrey Petway Green. And her nickname is Manager, as she was a manager for the team during her 6th grade year, and coming in and making an immediate impact, creating the turnover against Phillips.
Yeah, that's that defense that we talk about on the full and the half.
Dunbar looking to attack this Phillips zone defense, trailing 20-8. And Dunbar has a rare turnover of the quarter. Phillips looking to go the length of the floor in front of Dunbar's bench. And quickly picking up her dribble is Deja Mack, finds her streaking guard, Leanna Davis. Three-pointer up and no good. Aviana Reed tracks the ball down and tries to get an outlet pass to her teammate, and the ball just bouncing around. Falls into Dunbar's hands, and they're looking to attack.
Yeah, I think both teams are a little bit tired right now, as it looks a little out of control both ways.
20-8 our score with 1:43 remaining. Dunbar was leading 13-8
at the half.
At half, and Phillips just not able to find a way. And we'll step away here as you're watching the Girls Small Division Championship game here on the MCPSS Television Network. Welcome back here to our Small Girls Division Championship here on the campus of Maddie T. Blunt High School. The undefeated Dunbar Lady Tigers have raced out to an impressive 20-8 lead over the Phillips Lady Pirates, as Dunbar going back to the free throw line. Kone Williams' first free throw is up and no good, as Phillips has committed 4 team fouls this quarter. And the forward for the Lady Tigers gets her second free throw opportunity. The lefty shot is up and good. And here comes that full court pressure being applied by Dunbar. And there's your turnover, coach. Exactly what the head coaches, Danielle Portis and Daryl Portis, wanted.
Absolutely. You got to wonder at what point does Coach keep Clayton out of the game with this situation.
Three-pointer up and no good, but another offensive rebound by Dunbar as they get another shot at it. Chloe Davidson is going to have it, and stolen away by Aubrey Petway Green. And Phillips looking for a guard to handle the basketball, and that guard indeed is going to be Aviana Reed. And Reed finds an open teammate But Jadori Smith not able to handle that pass, Coach.
Yeah, you had the look that you wanted, just not the right pass that you wanted. Now ball's going back to Dunbar.
And Elizabeth Pettis will be making her entrance into this championship game for the Dunbar Lady Tigers. Is Phillips. They're going to apply this full court pressure now. A little 1-2-1-1 pressure. And to see if Dunbar can handle it. And Dunbar trying to get across before the 10-second violation is called. Stolen away by Phillips.
And it's worked in their favor.
And the running three-pointer up and no good.
Got a quick steal, though.
Yes. And hitting the offensive glass off of that missed shot by Aviana Reed.
I tell you, although the score is 21-8, this Phillips team hasn't given up, and that's something you really like to see. These kids are still fighting, still giving themselves a chance.
And we talked about Aviana Reed being a versatile player for Phillips. And she misses that first free throw opportunity. Only 1 day of preparation because of the winter storm that came in and dumped 7.5 inches for Phillips. And sometimes, you get ready for a game that was supposed to be played a week ago. Sometimes that can be a difference maker, the preparation time that you do have to implement new strategies.
Absolutely. From a mental standpoint, you're prepared to play 1 day, and now you've got a big break, and now you got to reteach and, get it all figured out again quickly.
Aviana Reed, she makes that free throw there, the first points of the third quarter for Phillips. And the pressure by Phillips is going to create a turnover. As we will have mass substitutions here with 45 seconds remaining. Don't forget to follow Mobile County Public Schools on Instagram and all other social media platforms as well, as Phillips gets the ball across half court and turn it over, and Dunbar trying to go the length of the floor. And they'll be going to the free throw line. That should be no foul call, just going out of bounds by Dunbar.
And we're going to see if Dunbar is going to hold for last shot or stay aggressive.
They have been aggressive here to start the third quarter and finishing up that missed layup by Bendoff. Offensive rebound once again by the Lady Tigers, and there'll be a 3-second violation called against Dunbar.
Yeah, they did end up getting the look that they want, just didn't get the shot to fall.
And Phillips has played pretty much this entire third quarter without their leading scorer, Clayton Williams, saddled on the bench with foul trouble, as that will be the 5th team foul called against Dunbar with 13.6 seconds, creating a double bonus situation. And going to the line to shoot 2 free throws will be 7th grader Leanna Davis. Leanna Davis is also a cheerleader. And she misses that first opportunity. 2 cheerleaders, De'Ara Griffith and Leanna Davis, who you see there at the free throw line for Phillips. As soon as this game is over, she will be joining the cheerleading squad to cheer on the boys who are playing for a small division championship.
Yeah, that shows a tremendous amount of athleticism to do both, cheerleading and basketball.
Davis second up and no good. Dunbar with the long outlet pass to Bendoff, and Bendoff has it swiped away by Aviana Reed, taking it out of bounds in front of their own bench with 8.5 seconds. Dunbar looking to score. And they turn it over. Reed with the steal, and a steal by Phillips. A turnover by Phillips, rather. Deja Mack gives it right back to Dunbar, and Dunbar is going to have an opportunity to try to score 2 more points here before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, Charity Small got in there, got her hands on the ball, and got a quick steal, and did good for herself. She's at the line now.
Taking her time, using that glass, as we've seen so many of these young ladies do this afternoon. Charity Small makes that first one. And her nickname is Righty, and she shoots it with her right hand up and no good, but outlet to end the quarter. There will be a foul here that will allow Phillips with 2.2 seconds to try to cut into this 22-9 lead.
Yeah, quick foul in the backcourt right there. Just going after the ball and turns into a quick foul.
And going back to that free throw line for the Lady Pirates is Aviana Reed. And that's a violation, as being too close below the free throw line there were one of the Pirates. I do believe it was Leanna Davis.
Yeah, that was. Just not being aware of where she was on the floor and cost them one free throw attempt.
Second up and no good. Knocked away with 1 second remaining. It will be Phillips basketball with 1 second remaining. We'll see if they're able to get fouled here before the quarter ends. Three-pointer up and no good. And we have come to the end of the third quarter. 22-9 is our score, with the Dunbar Lady Tigers leading the Phillips Lady Pirates. One more quarter to go before we crown a girls small division champion.
Hey Alexa, tell me about Mobile County Public Schools.
With 53,000 students in 90 schools, Mobile County Public Schools equips and empowers college and career-ready graduates. Several MCPSS schools are ranked among Alabama's top 10. Yearly, graduating students earned about $110 million in college scholarships and 10,000 career credentials. MCPSS is learning today, leading tomorrow. Does that answer your question?
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Welcome back here to Mattie T. Blunt High School on this newly refurbished floor on the campus of Mattie T. Blunt High School. We are in the small girls division championship game here in the Mobile County Public School system, featuring the Dunbar Lady Tigers taking on the Phillips Lady Pirates. 22-9 our score, as Dunbar will have the possession of the basketball to start the fourth quarter. And Phillips is able to come away with a steal, as immediately coming off the bench out of foul trouble is Caitlin Williams. Her shot is up and no good, but you can see her immediate speedy impact with her coming off of the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. You see she's the pulse of this team, you know, having the ball in her hands to handle it and be a playmaker. She just missed that shot, but she got the shot that she wanted. You can't ask for anything else.
Dunbar able to break this full court pressure and are going to have a foul. Looks like there'll be a foul called against Phillips. And there will be 2 free throws opportunities coming up here for the Dunbar Lady Tigers. How did Dunbar get here? They beat Booker T. Washington 37-11 in the semis. And a year ago, they lost in the semis to Denton. So coming back and trying to reclaim the crown after being 22-23 middle school champions, they want to go ahead and bring it back to the trophy case at Dunbar.
Yeah, it looks like they've been on a mission today. And, you know, with 5:49 left, up 13, they're looking to seal the deal.
And Amori straight. That foul was called on Caitlin Williams, which will be her 5th personal foul, and she is being consoled by her head coach, Jacob Wasden, as she is just crying uncontrollably there. The young lady has had a tremendous season for the Phillips Lady Pirates and left it all on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. When you exhaust yourself as she has, there's nothing else that you can do. It really hurts, but she has nothing to hang her head about. She has definitely left it all on the floor.
A great player, averaging 9 points per game, and anytime the strategy of the opposing coaches is to shut you down, you know you're doing something right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Coach Portis, Danielle, and Darryl gave tremendous kudos to Caitlin Williams and her ability, as their game plan today was to play a box and one. And that is ultimately the biggest sign of respect that you can show someone, is to play a box and one.
Absolutely, absolutely. To give someone a box and one, that means that you respect their game and you know what they're capable of. As a player like Caitlin is capable of dominating this game, actually.
And the fact that coming from the point guard position, Leanna Davis has had to step up and really take over the guard position duties for the Lady Pirates. She's done a great job as well, subbing in as a 7th grader, and we mentioned her athleticism, and she gets fouled there.
Absolutely. She's done a really good job, although you may not see it on the scoreboard, but she's done a really good job of controlling the game as Caitlin has been out.
Having a chance here to make this second free throw opportunity and cut into this 23-9 lead, and is able to do so, 23-10. Our new score here with 5:17 remaining. Phillips has only committed one team foul, as well as Dunbar, as the outlet pass with nobody back far for Phillips rotating. Another offensive rebound by Dunbar, and a second chance opportunity had, shot up and no good, and stolen away by Dunbar. Another offensive rebound put up by Kone Williams, up and no good. And Phillips finally able to corral it and come away with it.
Yeah, like I said, that rebounding is going to be an issue for Phillips with this long front line of Dunbar. And King does a really good job of getting on that glass, as well as Charity Small. Both of them are just glass cleaners, and they've done a really good job of it.
And we will have a foul called against Dunbar. And don't forget, coming up next, the boys small division championship. The Phillips Pirates taking on the Denton Admirals, as a left corner shot is up and good. Nothing but net for Kaylin Dees. And we'll see here a substitution there being made. Frustration kind of mounting for Phillips, but a great shot.
Absolutely, absolutely. She caught that one in rhythm and let it go.
Knocked it down, and now
let's see if Phillips tries to go back to her to see if she can get hot. I mean, right now at this point, with that last make, looks like she can make another.
10-point game, 23-13, 4:28 remaining. Dunbar handling this full court pressure, and we'll have a foul that is going to be called a push, being called by James Springs III. And he called an offensive push, as looks like someone was trying to set the screen for their teammate, but pushed Phillips away first.
Yeah, wasn't sure on that call what he was looking at, but that's what he called, and that works in Phillips' favor. Let's see if they capitalize on it.
Turnover by Phillips, and there'll be a traveling call on the floor, as trying to get possession of that basketball. Dunbar not able to do so, being called for the travel. And trying to play with a little momentum. We saw the end of the second quarter, a 5-0 quick run by Dunbar. We'll see if Phillips is able to answer with their own little run here to end the fourth quarter. Traveling is called on Leanna Davis on that left wing, coach. But you're still able to pick up full court because you have only committed one team foul, so you're able to be aggressive with 4:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. You're able to be aggressive. try to turn up your defense and try to see if you can create steals and create a little chaos of your own.
I like the traps by Phillips trying to hold on, but the aggressiveness of Dunbar and Jada Bendoff going coast to coast, lays it up off glass and extends that lead back to 12. And Phillips attacking, and Dunbar, all they have to do, Coach, is, and I say all they have to do is stop fouling, but a great replay there as you see Jada Bendoff use the glass and great technique on her layup.
Yeah, right now, all Dunbar has to do is just close the game out. I mean, there's not a ton of possessions in the game with them being up 12 right now, and Phillips, their playmaker, is out as well. So some other guys, ladies, have to step up and make shots and make plays. Let's see if they can.
Charity Small will be called for that foul. Again, her nickname is Righty as she commits the foul, sending the Pirates back to the free throw line, shooting 2 here. We'll see if they are able to convert at the line, as it will be De'Ara Griffin. And Griffin misses the first, as she'll have a second chance opportunity here for Phillips, trailing 25-13. Dunbar's already committed 5 team fouls, so Phillips will be shooting the double bonus for the duration of the contest. And her second is up and no good, and an outlet pass thrown ahead to Dunbar, looking to go coast to coast. Is a great outlet pass, leads to a missed layup, but an offensive rebound put back by the Lady Tigers.
And those twin towers of Charity Small and Kone Williams have really given them trouble. They really play well off of each other, and each one of them really go hard at the glass.
And when you have a true 4 and 5 position in middle school, it is always a great advantage, especially from a rebounding standpoint like we've seen this afternoon.
Absolutely, absolutely, because there have been quite a few missed shots, but when you got people that can clean the glass up and get you extra possessions, it's a big help to what you try to do.
And I would say it's not really the turnovers by Phillips. It's been more so the rebounds and the second and third chance opportunities by Dunbar that have been critical, as having the heads up to throw it off of the defender, Charity Small. She knew the 5-second count was coming, as defending on the ball is Leanna Davis, and just threw it off of her.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say, just to piggyback off what you said, the press has troubled Phillips, but it hasn't killed them as much. It's been those offensive rebounds and getting back in transition, as far as just like that right there, of what Amari Strait just got a quick transition basket.
Great job of outlet passes, as coast-to-coast Phillips with the layup up and no good by Leanna Davis, and they do a great job of the outlet pass running out. Another 2 points on the board for the Dunbar Lady Tigers, and they have stretched this lead now to 18 points.
Yeah, just getting out and running the floor and advancing the ball, and that outlet pass has really hurt Phillips.
And Coach, going back to the game that was played on November 21st, 34-13 was the final score for Dunbar defeating Phillips. And right now, as we stand, 31-13, here is our score. So a very similar situation or outcome looks like we're going to have here in this girls small division championship.
Yeah, that 31-13 is getting close to that first initial matchup. And we can see that that's going to be trouble, as Cleveland has been out this whole second half. Nearly this whole second half.
Second free throw up and no good by Griffin, and another outlet pass, and it's another layup for Dunbar, as Amari Strait, if you don't rotate back, that's exactly what you're going to see, is great outlet passes, and there'll be a full timeout that is called by Phillips, as they are now trailing. And we'll take a break here in this small girls division championship game. You're watching the MCPSS Television Network.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
A great look there at Dunbar girls head coach Danielle Portis. She is also the choir and piano teacher there at Dunbar, as she has seen her Lady Tigers extend this lead to 20 points. 33-13 is our score. Coach Trent Eager, he is the head basketball coach at Bishop State Community College, along with the athletic director. Coach, your overall thoughts here of the second half of Dunbar?
Yeah, Dunbar has really just come out and made some adjustments that really have controlled the game in the second half. They've done a good job of attacking Caitlin and getting her out of the game. And right now their pressure has extended their lead. They're going from 13-8 to 33-13 now, has just really ballooned the game.
And here it is, Phillips trying to handle the ball with Leanna Davis, and she's going to find her teammate Aviana Reed on the right wing. Back to Davis, her three-pointer up and no good. And here's a leak out outlet pass, and it is another right-handed layup up and good by Amori Strait. And that's exactly what we've seen. The runouts, the outlet passes have been tremendous by the Lady Tigers here in the second half.
Yeah, that rebound outlet by Kone to Amori for that layup and finish is almost just a 1-2 tandem that's just going to be tough for anybody.
Leanna Davis with the floater, showing her versatility, able to get Phillips on the board now, trailing 35-15 with 1:40 remaining. And looking from the top of the key straight, she tried to find her teammate who was not ready, but again, Dunbar falling back into their half-court defense because they have committed 5 team fouls, don't want to give up any more points than they have to or stop the clock.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, coming up next, we have our boys small division championship game. The Phillips Pirates take on the Denton Admirals, and that will be another rematch of teams that are familiar with one another. So you make sure you stick around for the championship trophy presentation and hear from the winning coach from this game as well. And Phillips will be called for a traveling violation. But Phillips, again, beat Denton in an upset in the semifinals, 17-16 to get here. And to just be in the finals is a remarkable accomplishment, and the great job that Coach Jacob Wisden and assistant coach Joshua Washington have done.
Yeah, that's definitely a step in the right direction with any program. And in your first year to be, at this point in a championship game, that's definitely something to build on from a program standpoint.
Pushing the ball down the floor, Leanna Davis is going to find her teammate, Kaylin Dees. Her shot up and no good. Offensive rebound there by De'Ara Griffin. And having it going coast to coast is Aubrey Petway Green. And she is going to find her teammate straight for 2 more, extending this lead to 37-15. As Phillips quickly going the other direction. The left jumper is up and no good. Offensive rebound saved by Griffin, out of bounds to Dunbar. And 37-15 is our score here with 20.3 seconds remaining. And Coach Danielle Portis also coaches volleyball for Dunbar, will win her second championship. As 2 more points as the buzzer gets ready to sound for Charity Small. And that's right, folks, the Dunbar Lady Tigers are your 2024-2025 Small Division champions and cap off an undefeated season at 13-0. So congratulations to the the Dunbar Lady Tigers in winning and having an undefeated season, Coach.
Yeah, that's a big feat for them. Winning and going undefeated, that's a big accomplishment.
when you look at the score in the first quarter, 6-6 we were at, and then 13-8 at halftime. But coming out of halftime is really where Dunbar made the difference.
They did. They really turned up the defensive pressure and got out in transition a little bit more, and that exposed a lot of things for them.
And Caitlin Williams, she got into foul trouble for Phillips, the leading scorer for the Pirates, and Dunbar was able to take advantage of her being on the bench and did a great job of crashing the glass, having great outlet passes also, and again, securing a championship, another one added to that 2022-2023 championship. And
Absolutely.
Coach Portis has to be extremely happy with the job and the game plan that our Lady Tigers implemented today.
I'm sure she is. They carried it out really well. They followed the game plan, and Caitlin, we knew she was going to be a tough load, both sides of the ball, actually. And Dunbar did a really good job of neutralizing her on both sides.
It's tough to beat a team twice, but to beat a team 3 times in a row, that is extremely hard. And now we're going to be joined by the victorious and championship coach for Dunbar. Coach, congratulations on winning the championship. And your young ladies, they executed the game plan that you and your husband put into play.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Congratulations. Yeah, we were going into the game. We were kind of nervous because we've already beaten them twice, and it's hard to beat a team twice, let alone 3 times.
Absolutely, Coach. And talk about the box and one strategy and being able to get Caitlin Williams into foul trouble and how that was able to pay off for you.
Well, it paid off big time for us because we were already ready for that strategy. We knew what she had. We watched our film. So we were waiting for number 3 because we know number 3 was the best player. So we put our best defender, Brandy Eli, number 1, on her to basically shut her down. We had to force her to pass the ball and have other people shoot. So it worked out great for us. We got her in foul trouble because she was trying to get the ball. So that helped us out.
Coach, I have to give kudos to you and your husband both. I know Mr. Portis had to get off and he wasn't able to see this celebration, but talk about what it means to be able to win a championship alongside your husband and to be able to win it with these wonderful young ladies that you coach.
Well, that's amazing in itself that me and my husband get to coach together, and us winning our first championship in 2022-23 with that team, and then coming back to win this year together as a couple. I mean, it's really great. It gives us something to talk about, and it's a great memory for us.
Coach, you talked about the overall great attitudes that your young ladies have had throughout the season, but it is really etched in stone now. These 8th graders have set the mark for the 7th graders, the couple of 7th graders that you have, and I just know it feels good to be able to redeem yourself once again and become champions once again here in the small division championship.
Yes, it feels great. It feels amazing. I mean, I don't know. I don't have all the words right now because I'm just still in shock right now, but I knew we could do it, so we did what we had to do to come in here and win it.
Well, Coach, we want to say congratulations to not only you and your husband, but your young ladies who executed the game plan and finished the season undefeated. at 13-0.
Yes,
is hard.
you are correct, and that's the biggest feat, finishing undefeated.
It is. Coach, we want to thank you and congratulations once again for bringing that championship trophy back to Dunbar and winning another one for the Lady Tigers.
All right, thank you. Let's go Tigers.
Danielle Portis, she is in her 5th year as a head coach there at Dunbar, and out of 5 years has 2 middle school championships to speak for it, Coach.
Yeah, that seems to be the culture at Dunbar now. She set the standard high, so the girls coming back, they know what to expect.
Coach, don't forget, coming up next, we'll have more exciting action as the boys will tip off. It will be Phillips taking on Denton. But before we get to that, you have to have the trophy presentation presented to the undefeated 13-0 Dunbar Lady Tigers.
You can do the house and say, we ready now?
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out to the middle school championship today. Both teams. With that being said, we're going to give our round trophy to the second place team today, the Phillips Prep Pirates. Great job, ladies. Great job. And now for the 25 middle school
over now.
Another championship trophy added to the collection there to go along with the 2023 Middle School Girls Championship. So congratulations on a 13-0 season. And don't forget, folks, coming up next, we have the boys small division Middle School Basketball Championship. The Phillips Pirates take on the Denton Admirals. You don't want to miss more exciting Middle School Championship game coming up next.
Mobile County Public Schools completes about $100 million in school construction each year. And we're looking for new contractors and construction vendors to help us ensure that all students are learning in top-notch facilities. Is your company interested in becoming a construction vendor for Mobile County Public Schools so you can bid on these projects? We need contractors, plumbers, HVAC installers, roofers, electricians, painters, and more. Follow these steps to become a vendor. Number 1, complete the vendor application online. Under System, select Business, and then under Resources, click Vendor Online Application. Number 2, enter the vendor portal. Click Apply to agree to the terms and click Save and Next. Number 3, enter your business information as prompted. A tax ID number or social security number will be required to complete the application. At the bottom of each page, click Save and Next. To find out what projects are currently open for bidding, visit mcpss.com/bid invitation. Follow MCPSS Facilities Facebook page and email facilities to receive notifications. Complete these easy steps, and your company soon may be part of Team MCPSS.
Hello, my name is Andy Bennett. I am the owner and president of Interactive Learning and the co-creator of the Chisel 365 Leadership Curriculum and Technology. For the last 20 years, I've been working in the schools and with our nation's JROTC programs. I was asked to give a real quick interview and answer a few questions about our Chisel 365 curriculum. So first question was, why did we see a need for this program? Kind of back to the name here, character, health and fitness, interactive, service, and leadership. That's what we were trying to deliver. We found that high school was too late. It was too late to wait for high school to get these students in this program that could change the course of their life, give them identity, give them a hope for a bright future. So we needed to create that earlier on and catch those kids, get them with healthy habits and communicating better, just becoming better citizens and better leaders.
Detachment, attention. The Cadet Creed.
The Cadet Creed. I am Leadership and Character Development Corps Cadet.
The way it works, what's supposed to work, is a program we invite the middle kids to come in and to be a part of the program. Because we figure like this, a lot of the middle school kids comes in and they either join band or they go to PE because they want to be athletes. But you still have those kids who don't want to be in band and they know they're not going to be athletes. So we recruit those kids so we can put them in the leadership program because we know leadership is something that they can use for the rest of their lives. And those kids that we bring in who are non-athletes are the ones who stay in the program all the way through. Even though in the 7th grade they can become athletes, a lot of them come back once their season is over. So the great thing is that we capture them, we teach them how to team build, we have fun activities for them, and they want to stay.
Well, the first thing it does, it offers them a place in the school. It is a program built for any and every student. Every student can find their place in LOTC. Every student will evolve into something greater. They do this program. It brings good out of them, brings the confidence out of them, skills out of them. It's a program that's built for all students.
When I was in the program, I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was just another fun program to be in, but the longer I stood in it, I really realized how much it highlighted leadership skills and that really made me want to stay.
So in life, it made me reach out to more people. It made me connect with others that I wouldn't normally talk to. It made me build relationships with instructors, and they have helped me throughout school.
I could not see any reason that you would not have an LOTC in every middle school. If you have football, if you have band, if you have the arts, why would you not offer this leadership program in alignment with those other groups? When you search for leadership programs, we've looked high and low. There's not a lot out there for something that I have seen with the return on investment. I don't know what it even costs to start up an LOTC program because we've always had it, but I know that we wouldn't do without it. And just recently we're looking at budget cuts, and no one's looking to cut out LOTC, but it's the foundation of our culture. And we have a culture of high expectations where young men are developed into real world leaders, and that's what LOTC has provided for us.
It really helps kiddos with just leadership opportunities. We are also an international baccalaureate school, and so we use that as what we call a design course. And so kiddos learn a lot of different qualities and within the program, you know, in terms of leadership and how they can become better people, better citizens. And so all our 6th grade students take LOTC. 7th grade is an elective and 8th grade is an elective as well.
This program absolutely works. It absolutely works. We started off, like I said, with one when I got here. They put 3 more in once I got here, and now we're up to 15. And more schools all over Texas. We got 20 programs in Fort Worth. We got 29 in Dallas. We got 15 up in Houston. We got another 5 on the outskirts of San Antonio. So we got about 85 programs in Texas alone. Absolutely it works. As the rate is growing, we'll be bigger than JRTC in the next 5 years.
Phillips Preparatory School is the region's only school to offer the International Baccalaureate Middle Years program. This program prepares students for high school IB programs by challenging them to think globally. The program aims to develop students who have excellent breadth and depth of knowledge and who flourish physically, intellectually, emotionally, and ethically. Known for its high academic standards, Phillips has received the National Blue Ribbon, the highest award given by the U.S. Department of Education to both public and private schools. And it was recently named an Alabama Bicentennial School of Excellence. Students at Phillips take advanced academic core courses. In addition to those, courses that are unique to middle school include design, individuals and societies, and foreign languages. We offer a full athletic lineup including football, baseball, and archery. We also have numerous clubs, including the National Junior Honor Society, robotics, and dance. Come see for yourself why Phillips Preparatory was ranked one of the top 50 middle schools in the nation.
Denton Magnet School of Technology prepares students for the challenges of the 21st century. We do so with a technology-driven curriculum that focuses on the 4 C's: communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. Students gain real-world experiences through hands-on activities and a curriculum that is both technology-driven and project-oriented. Our students participate in a rigorous academic program that includes advanced core courses as well as specialized elective courses. One of our most popular courses is called Flight in Space. There, students dwell into the history of flight in space, discover the science behind aeronautics, and explore what it would be like to travel and live in space. By the end of the 8th grade, students can earn high school credit for biology and Algebra 1. Denton students have opportunities to participate in numerous sports, clubs, and extracurricular activities. That includes soccer, robotics, ACES, and archery. Our DMST news team sharpens its video editing, writing, and interviewing skills to keep our students and faculty informed about what is happening at our school. Denton Magnet School of Technology is Mobile County's newest and most exciting magnet school. Come check us out to see why.
Clark Shaw School of Math, Science, and Technology has won the National Blue Ribbon Award from the U.S. Department of Education, not once, but twice. That makes us one of the top schools in the country. Our students have opportunities to learn collaboration and team building skills. So by the time they finish 8th grade, they are well prepared for the future. Throughout their time here, the students participate in plenty of hands-on activities that help them apply the academics they are learning in the classroom to the real world. An example of that is our oral history projects, through which students interview and film conversations with relatives and other local movers and shakers to learn more about our community. For that, we were named one of Alabama's Bicentennial Schools of Excellence. Our students excel in math, science, and technology. They have daily access to 4 different computer labs used for digital creations, research projects, and real-world applications. One of our most popular electives is GEMS, which stands for Girls in Engineering, Math, and Science. We also expose our students to the humanities. Clark Shaw offers beginner, intermediate, and advanced band classes. Students may also audition for a spot in the jazz band, which plays at several events throughout Mobile County. Come visit Clark Shaw Magnet School and see why our students are prepared for high school and beyond.
Hello, my name is Tamisha Taylor, the principal at Dunbar Creative and Performing Arts Magnet School. We're more than just academics. We infuse the arts in everything we do. Take a look. Dunbar's Performing Arts curriculum is designed to assist students in developing the skills necessary to obtain the high quality of accomplishment and appreciation for dance, music, theater arts, visual arts, and chorus. The arts are a part of our middle school academic requirements to encourage the students to be creative and expose their creative expression. These fine art objectives are woven into the required core courses to ensure individual success. We offer annual performances to showcase students' work in dance, instrumental and vocal music, theater, musical theater, and tech, and students invite family, friends, and fellow students to enjoy the shows. Annual performances include fall and spring plays, spring musicals, winter and spring orchestra concerts, dance productions, choir, piano, band concerts, art showcases in local galleries, local performances, and annual adjudications. Dunbar offers a vast range of academic courses for the learner at heart. The required middle school curriculum is in place, but we also offer advanced placement courses. In addition, at Dunbar Magnet, students have an opportunity to earn high school credits for algebra and biology. Robotics, broadcast journalism, drama technology, and enrichment courses are options too. Come visit and see why I call Dunbar the hidden gem in downtown Mobile.
It's your time, it's your season, and you are made for more. More confidence, more style, and more bling. The Genuine Bling is here to deliver you more bling and more fashion. With new styles added daily, you can shop anytime and look fabulous. Join me, Charmaine Watson, on the $5 Frenzy every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. It's cute, it's fabulous, it's fashionable, it's $5, it's paparazzi.
The reason why I started teaching was because I knew that I wanted to inspire children. And at a very early age as a child, I knew that teaching was my calling. The reason I chose Mobile County was because this is my home, not to mention that E.R. Dixon was also my home place to start my education as a child. So I wanted to give back to my community. As far as being a new teacher in Mobile County, I know especially here at E.R. Dixon, you will get professional development, you'll have a mentor, and you'll have plenty of people that you can lean on. Administration, coaches, math and reading coaches, intervention teachers that will all help you. And you'll be working as a team to make sure that children are successful. I received professional development. I also had a mentor when I started teaching. In addition, I had my grade level, so I could ask plenty of questions to all the time, whether it be over the weekend or first thing in the morning. I definitely think that we as Mobile County do a wonderful job of providing the support that you need as a new teacher, professional development, whether it be coworkers, mentors. You have a team all the time to help you and guide you through teaching. It makes you feel like you have your place, you have your home. And here I'm already at home, but just to know that when you come here, you have a second family. I'm excited to be a part of Mobile County. Every morning when I wake up, I'm so excited to get to school. And the most important thing is just to see my children and laugh with them and know that we're not just helping that child learn Common Core or Wonders or whatever the program is that we're following, but helping them to grow as an individual. Because these kids are going to be, whether they're here in Mobile County or in another state, we want them to be true examples of leaders and successful and responsible citizens. And when people say, where did you go to school? Mobile County.
Tips today, where y'all have done some research on your laptops and found some. So let's go over some of the interviewing tips that you have found that will help you. Farrah, would you like to tell us one that you have found?
Research the industry and company.
Okay.
Well, Project Search is actually an international program. It's not just a Mobile County program. It's all over the United States. There's 2 sites here in Mobile, and Providence Hospital is one of those. Mobile Infirmary is the other site. It is in the United Kingdom, and it is an employment training program for students with disabilities.
Oh, definitely. You definitely want to show that you're excited, especially if you're, on the job. You want to look like you're...
Instead of being in the school setting, they're in a business setting. So here, we're in the classroom for the first 3 weeks, working on our social skills and job development skills. Then after the 3 weeks, they start their actual internships. There are 10-week internships on each side, and there's 3 of those. So the students are actually placed in the hospital in different departments, and they're assigned a mentor in the department, and then of course we go around and we monitor them also, and there's job coaches that are involved on site also.
There's a whole population of young people out there that want to work.
Unity on 3. 1, 2, 3, unity!
It just takes them longer to learn the job skills to work. And that's what this program is set up for, where they can come into a setting and they can get the proper training from the staff, the Project Search staff, and the mentors in the hospital setting to train them these skills that they normally wouldn't be able to get once they get employed. And it's a whole year process. And some of them, it takes them that long to get some of these skills, or those social skills that they need. They're learning the money skills, the independent skills they need. Now in the work environment, they're learning those different work skills that they'll need, the interaction with the social skills, and just the skill itself that they need to know for employment.
It's a lot of training. It's made it easier for me to get some skills so I can go out here and get a good job in the future. And I like how they're helping us out, like literally. I like how they're helping us, and I want to thank them very much for that.
When we were approached by the school system, there was never a hesitation. I don't know why they jumped right on this, but Mark Nix felt that it would be great for the facility, and it has been a wonderful thing for the whole organization. We thought we had a great culture here at Mobile Infirmary, but we didn't realize how much better it could be until our interns got here, and they've really turned it around. Everybody loves the interns, and I always say when I'm with one of my interns, it's like walking through the freezer section in the grocery store. As soon as you pass somebody, they light up. So it's just been an amazing thing for Mobile Infirmary and Infirmary Health.
Start here and loosen all of them. Just give them like one. Do your second hand up there.
We wanted to be a part of Project Search because we thought it was a great program. It would be a way for our students that would not ordinarily get a job to acquire the knowledge, skills, and ability needed to be successful in the job market. it will be a great way for us to further live out our mission, vision, and values in the community. Since Project Search has been at Providence Hospital, we've employed at least one student per year. And we have one employee now that's been with us since the onset of Project Search here at Providence Hospital. Our mentors are so excited that they're able to help students to be successful in the workforce. They're part of our family. They're part of our Providence family.
You get a tremendous support from the teachers and the educators within Project Search. And if you're having difficulty with a student, they come in, they help work with them, they help explain the process. They actually help us understand that student better so that we can communicate to them in a way that they understand, and then we work towards getting them on par with the rest of the associates. They work hard. They treat everybody great. They have great personalities. I mean, just like you're hiring anybody, you don't necessarily always hire for the skill set. You're hiring for attitude and work ethic. And you can teach the skill sets, but a lot of times you can't teach the attitude. And they all have great attitudes.
It's awesome. I love the project, and they helping me responsibilities and stuff like that, and I love it. It's awesome.
What I think of Project Search is it is a very good program. I am learning a lot, and it's helping me learn things that I never thought that I knew, learning like how to prepare for the workforce. It is the best.
Our main goal is to see these young people reach their dreams. They all want to contribute to society, just as we all do, and they want employment. They want to have their lives. They want their independence like everyone else, and it's just harder for them to get it. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help them achieve their dreams.
Mobile County Public Schools have endless options to prepare you to be college and career ready. The academies of Mobile County Public Schools are small learning communities that afford students in the 10th through the 12th grade the opportunity to participate in real-world, hands-on assignments connected to a specific career theme. Let's take a look at the signature academies offered at our 12 high schools in Mobile County Public Schools. The AP Capstone Academy at Baker High School houses a prestigious diploma program created by College Board, which is highly recognized by universities and colleges around the world. Along with 23 content-driven advanced placement courses, the 2 capstone courses develop student skills in research, analysis, evidence-based arguments, collaboration, writing, and presenting, perfect for preparing students for continuing their academic careers in college and beyond. Ben C. Rain High School is home to the Signature Academy of Aviation and Aerospace. Students have the opportunity to learn about career and college opportunities available in aviation technology and aerospace engineering, including the opportunity to be part of a team building an actual airplane in the Academy's hangar. At Ben C. Rain High School, we are building the future of aviation, one student at a time. Blunt High School's Academy of Pre-Med, Medical, and Advanced Healthcare Careers is designed for students who would like to pursue a career in the fields of medicine, pharmacy, nursing, allied health technology, systems management, optometry, and dentistry. Foundation and skill-based courses prepare students for careers in health sciences through classroom instruction, laboratory experiences, and service-related activities in community convalescence and hospital facilities. Murphy High School is where excellence in academics meets tradition. Become part of the Panther legacy by joining the tradition of excelling through the Academy of International Baccalaureate and Early College. Students who enroll in this rigorous program will excel in their studies and personal growth. Past students have stated that participating in the Academy of International Baccalaureate prepared them to enter college. They also made lifelong friends and received individualized instruction. The Biomedical Academy at Mary G. Montgomery High School is a comprehensive overview of the biomedical industry. Graduates of the program are prepared to start work as an entry-level lab tech in most medical labs or to take on the demanding courses needed for certification in any medical field. Williamson High School's Academy of Maritime Engineering and Entrepreneurship is designed to expose students to a wide range of careers in the maritime industry, engineering, or the business world. The Maritime Academy helps students build skills in the welding, multi-craft, and electrical fields. Through the Engineering Academy, students gain experience with general engineering design and application, readying them for in-demand post-secondary engineering programs. The Entrepreneurship Academy provides students with the knowledge and skills necessary for economic success in the 21st century. Williamson's motto is Great Expectations in Pursuit of Excellence. They strive to build students' character and prepare them for tomorrow by providing them with unique educational training. The Academy of Coastal Studies at Bryant High School provides 5 pathways for students to empower themselves with the knowledge and skills needed to protect and preserve the environment and the livelihood of the beautiful Gulf Coast. Students may choose from coastal environmental studies, agri-science, fisheries management and aquaculture, maritime and industrial technologies, and recreation, travel, and tourism. Because of the close connection between the pathways, students have the option to take courses in multiple pathways, providing an even wider base for career or collegiate opportunities. The John L. LaFleur Magnet High School Academy of Law, Arts, and Health Services has been designed to combine a college preparatory and technical curriculum with a career theme. Our students have the opportunity to explore different pathways through networking and hands-on engagement within their career fields of interest. The Academy of Advanced Information Technology at Viger High School provides entry-level experience in programming and software development, networking systems, and active multimedia in a multi-user computing environment. The Academy prepares students with real-world experience for in-demand employment opportunities in an ever-changing world. Davidson High School is the home of 2 signature academies, the Engineering Pathways Integrated Curriculum, or EPIC, and the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, or IB. The IB Diploma Program is a specialized curriculum which emphasizes both breadth and depth of knowledge by focusing on higher-order thinking and communicating the knowledge gained in each of the core areas, foreign language, and in art. EPIC is a specialized math and science curriculum that prepares students for post-secondary college and careers in one of its 3 pathways, engineering, biomedical, or computer science. We would love for you to come see the Davidson difference for yourself. Theodore High School's Academy of Industry and Engineering strives to develop young people who are college and career ready after high school. The programs boost opportunities for students to excel in a career by giving them advantageous skill sets while developing connections through local business partners. Citronelle High School hosts the Academy of Manufacturing, offering experience in the field of manufacturing through opportunities such as dual enrollment in the welding program at Bishop State Community College and internships with multiple local companies throughout the school year. Companies looking to hire skilled workers, such as students trained in the Academy of Manufacturing. There is a world of opportunity awaiting students through signature academies. Which academy will you choose?
Pre-K in the Mobile County Public School System started in 1988. So Just 4 started with maybe around 10 or 12 classrooms for 4-year-olds, but then we realized that there was a need throughout Mobile County, and not everyone had the ability to drive into Just 4, but trust me, people were trying to get to pre-K. It was a great program.
Just 4 is one of the only, because I think there may be 2 other centers that service only 4-year-olds. And the uniqueness of that is that we have the opportunity to focus solely on the social, emotional, and educational development of 4-year-olds. These things are so critical so that we can have them prepared for when they leave here and go on to kindergarten at various schools. We service kids from all over Mobile County Public Schools districts, so we're not zoned for any particular area, so we have the opportunity to deal with children from multiple districts within the county. We actually have 16 regular education classrooms, as well as 2 special education blended classrooms. And those classrooms the blended classrooms work to support our special education students, as well as provide the opportunity for our peer mentors or peer models to come in and serve as role models.
Come here, let me write your name. It's a crucial benefit for our kids. Most of our children have attended some type of daycare, but most of them have not attended a really structured type of setting, been in a classroom. So for our babies, it just gives them a leg up because they have a whole year of experiences in pre-K before they start kindergarten. You can tell the difference between our children who have had that year of experience in a pre-K program and those who have not. So you get to the kindergarten setting and you have typically either three different groups of children. You have children who've never been to school at all, not to daycare, not to school. Then you have the children who have been to daycare and then to pre-K, and then you have our babies who've been to pre-K and then entering kindergarten. And there's a huge difference in those children. Those babies who have that pre-K experience, again, it's such a structured play is what it is. You know, they think that everything they do in that classroom is fun and is play, but it's very thought out, very well planned. And those kids with that experience, you know, they've had time with computers, they've had time learning how to line up. They're just a whole year ahead of their peers who don't have that experience. So huge benefits for our children.
Having a free program of this caliber for your child to attend, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be a part of it? It's outstanding. All of the educators have early childhood teaching certificates. All of the auxiliary teachers in the classroom have early childhood background. Everybody attends professional development. We have 2 adults to 18 children. It's a phenomenal program.
The partnership is necessary because we've got to all work together. Whether you are a standalone facility, whether you are Head Start, Mobile County Public School System, that partnership is essential to our children, and that's what this is all about. It's about our children. It's about them having quality programs, because when they do well in pre-K, we know the data, we know what the studies show, that those students are more likely to graduate and graduate on time. And those students are also going to be more adjusted and ready to serve, ready to lead, and ready to learn.
Parents, if you have a child who will be 4 years of age on or before September 1st, then mark your calendar to register for the Mobile County Public Schools First Class Pre-K program. Online registration for this school year opens January 15th. Log on to MCPSS.com for more information and a complete listing of pre-K sites, screening, and selection information. First Class Pre-K registration January 15th. Save the date.
The Phillips Preparatory Pirates will be trying to anchor the Denton Admirals tonight in the Small Division Middle School Boys Championship here on the campus of Manny T. Blunt High School. Phillips defeated Denton on October 30th, 35-34, but the stakes are much higher tonight. Good evening and welcome to a special edition of Tuesday Night Hoops. I'm Corey LeBounty, joined by Bishop State Community College head boys basketball coach Trent Eager and the athletic director as well. Coach, it's time to ball for it all.
Yeah, it's time to throw it up, time for a big game.
We're looking forward to a rematch. We saw earlier in our girls game a team that had been defeated for a third time, which allowed Dunbar to win the girls championship game. And here it is. We are on the boys side of things. These two teams met earlier this season, as I mentioned earlier. Coach, it's hard to beat a team twice, much less 3 times.
Absolutely, it is. The matchups and the adjustments are made. So we're looking for a big game here right now with both teams.
I'm looking for the first team to score 50. If we're able to see 50 tonight in this contest, which will mean there'll be some great defense, absolutely, a great up-tempo game, that's what we're going to see, Coach. And we'll take a look here at our starters this evening for the contest. And I will say that the starters for the Phillips Pirates, they come into this game at 12-2. Jamari Cox, Amari Westerfield, Dylan Stone, Carvin McConico, and Amari Moore start for Phillips. And for the Denton Admirals, Captain Munnerlin, Edmund Wilder Jr., Bryce Williams, Kingston McAlmon, and Jaden Davis will be starting for the Denton Admirals. And the Denton Admirals head coach is Edmund Wilder Sr., and the coach of Phillips in his first season back since his 2019 retirement will be Coach Turnipseed. And he spent 24 years at Phillips, but comes back to coach the boys basketball team. Edmund Wilder, he is the head coach for Denton in his second year. Edmund Wilder Sr., his assistant coach is Mark Wilcox. We're going to have a great game, Coach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Jump ball is controlled by the Denton Admirals, who are in their white uniforms here in this contest. Moving from left to right on your screen, and Phillips comes out in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, they've extended that zone out really high and looks to keep Denton really stifled and not able to get into their offense.
And we do have our first foul called on the game, as Denton will inbound the basketball right in front of Phillips' bench. Denton gets it in to Captain Mulliner. Captain Mulliner with a one-handed floater up and no good, and Phillips takes it quickly the other direction. Kevin McConico running the show for Phillips. Great job. Denton will be playing their man-to-man defense, as help side is being taught by Edmund Wilder Sr., who coached high school basketball and realizes the importance of teaching the fundamentals of help side defense. You can appreciate that, Coach. A right wing three-pointer hits nothing but the bottom of the net by Dylan Stone for Phillips.
Absolutely. They've gotten after, got a quick steal out of that press now.
Great job of pitching ahead by Phillips, kicking out to the right side, picking up his dribble is McConico, and getting ready to reset this offense with our score being 3-0. Phillips in the blue uniforms against this man-to-man pressure by Phillips, being very patient, driving in, going to have the shot blocked by Edmund Wilder Jr., and Edmund Wilder Jr. playing for his dad, Edmund Wilder Sr. That's got to be a great dynamic, Coach.
Absolutely. Got to be a lot of training, a lot of film, a lot of work going on at home that helps Wilder be at this point.
Communication is going to be the key for Denton playing this man-to-man defense, as Phillips will get it. They love to play the zone defense, Phillips that is, a little 2-1-2, and also like to go and be aggressive defensively, as Denton is able to come away with the steal. And Munnerlin gets it to the right wing. Wilder Jr.'s three-pointer is up and good. Wilder Jr. finds nothing but the bottom of the net. A little 1-2-2 full court press. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And you see the aggressiveness and the great unselfishness of Wilder catching and shooting. Great knockdown there by Wilder.
Absolutely. Great knockdown, great looking shot. We're knotted up all at three right here.
Phillips coming across the timeline against this Denton defense. Little half-court man-to-man. There's going to be a shot penetrated against that zone. Gets Carvin McConico, and McConico's shot is up, and he's going to be fouled, Coach.
Yeah, that's going to be a big thing right here, attacking the middle third of the floor, getting the ball in the middle of the floor and attacking the basket, getting to that free throw line. And that way, like we talked about in the previous game, you can set your press too as well. So you kind of get into controlling the game.
Carvin McConico taking his time at the free throw line is going to come up short on this first one, but I like the fact that we come out of the gates, both teams hit a three-pointer to show that they can shoot the basketball, and the cheerleaders making plenty of noise. Both cheerleading squads for both schools are here making a difference in the contest, as the second one is missed. Offensive rebound put up and no good by Amari Westerfield.
Yeah, and they've come back into that 2-1-2 zone, that big zone, and stretched it out, so that may be tough for Denton. So they're going to have to make some adjustments to get into those gaps.
Wilder Jr. and Munnerlin, the 1-2 punch for the Admirals, skipped across that zone, trying to get it on the inside to Jaden Davis. His turnaround shot up and no good. Rebounded by the Pirates, and pushing it down the floor is McConaughey, doing a great job of keeping his head up, but want to stay away from the sidelines. Keep it in the middle third of the floor. Three-pointer up and no good. And Denton and Captain Munnerlyn. Captain Munnerlyn Jr., that name sounds familiar, folks. It should, because his father has his jersey retired at Murphy High School, went on to play college football at South Carolina and in the NFL with the Panthers and the Vikings, and is now a head coach of a football team in Carolina. Phillips breaking that press with ease, coach, and just come up short there on the layup attempt.
Yeah, that's what you want to do against the press. You actually want to attack it and get layups and get great shots. They just came up short on that one, but you definitely want to do that again. That way, that's going to make them get out of that press.
Denton being patient with the basketball, waiting to find holes in the gap. A great look on the inside and a layup and an and one opportunity for Jaden Davis, but the vision from the top of the key, the hoop, and the harm will be one free throw coming up for Jaden Davis.
Absolutely. That was a really great find by Wilder. He got into the middle of the floor and attacked and made that guy help and dropped it off for the and one.
Jaden Davis, the 8th grader's free throw is up and no good. 5-3 our score with 2:10 remaining. And here's a little pressure being applied off of a miss by Denton, and the rotation has to be good on the backside, as Phillips is going to be called for a traveling, and that traveling being called against Westerfield.
Yeah, Denton did a good job right there speeding Phillips up and coughing that turnover up.
1-2-2, full court pressure being applied by Phillips. Coast to coast, Munnerlyn is going to be fouled as he attempts a scoop shot. But anytime you're able to get the ball to the middle of the floor against any type of pressure, those are your outlets.
Absolutely. You've got options on left and right side of the floor as well as downhill. So, you want to try to keep the ball in the middle of the floor on your attacks as much as possible when you've got those advantages.
And for this game, we have a 3-man crew on the call. It's always great to have the extra set of eyes there to be officiating this contest. 5-3 our score with Denton baseline out of bounds, inbounding the basketball, and a great look there underneath, a missed layup by Kingston McAlmon. And coach, it doesn't get any better than a look of execution there. You just have to finish that one.
Yeah, both kids are playing with a lot of high energy and probably a little bit of nerves as well as early in the game. Once the game actually kind of settles in, you'll see a lot of those shots fall.
1-2-2, full court pressure being applied, and then Denton falls back into the man-to-man. A little floater good by Jeremiah Bush. Correction for Phillips, that's going to be McConaughey with the basket, and he's able to get a deflection as well in his full court pressure.
Yeah, as we talked about, setting that press dictates it comes off of you making baskets. So both teams have scored back-to-back here, and both have gotten into their pressure.
1-2-2 being applied by Denton. We mentioned in the first game, the deflection is the same as a steal sometimes. Phillips doing a great job of breaking and attacking the hole, and there will be a foul called against Denton on the drive.
Well, the key to the deflection is a lot of times it sends a message that we are super active defensively, so it makes the offensive player really watch their passes and more calculated.
3 team fouls now called against Phillips Preparatory. The Pirates with the basketball baseline out of bounds against this man-to-man defense, and Phillips able to get it in. And there will be a traveling call against Phillips, as Coach Turnipseed, you see him there in the white polo for the Phillips Pirates. Again, spent some 24 years and his first season back since the retirement. His team is 12-2 with an outstanding record, and that Denton Admirals are 12-5 on the season. So a lot of basketball has been played by both of these teams.
Absolutely, and a lot of wins as well. 12 wins on the season for both teams. Shows they're both used to winning.
Three-point shot up and no good by the Admirals, DeAnthony Carl, but an offensive rebound by the Admirals out to Munderland. His step-back three is up and no good. Denton, though, gets another offensive rebound for DeAnthony Carl. The floater is up and good by Edmund Wilder Jr., the hoop and the harm for Wilder Jr.
And that's what those offensive rebounds do for you. It gives you those extra possessions. You capitalize. So that was 2 offensive rebounds in that series.
And there you saw a look there at Coach Turnipseed. Helps out with the football team as well. Enjoying his retirement. And the and one for Wilder Jr. is converted. And here comes that full court pressure by Denton trying to get a deflection or a steal. As Phillips is trying to get it across and McConaughey does bring it across. He's going to find his teammate who streaks in for a layup. Jamari Cox scores 2, and here comes that full court 1-2-1-1 pressure being applied by the Pirates. Wilder dumps it off, and he's going to find his teammate who's going to catch it really inadvertently. The ball bounced to him, and Davis with an and one.
And just came up with an and one. Hey, this has really started to be a high-paced game right now. Both teams are really getting after it in the press as well as attacking the basket out of the press and transition.
12-7 our score. 4 team fouls now against both teams as the and one opportunity is coming up for Jaden Davis. And Davis will take his time here at the free throw line with Denton leading 12-7 with 17.1 seconds remaining. And make or miss, Coach Edmund Wilder Sr., he loves to press.
Absolutely. You don't get this far into a championship game and go away from what got you here.
And Coach Turnipseed says, you know, his defense wins championships, so we'll see if Phillips is able to dig in here and get a stop with 13.9 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Munderland, the inbounder, he gets it back, and he's going to reset it with 10 seconds to go. He's going to leave him open on the right wing for 3, up and no good. Offensive rebound by Davis, up and no good. And we're going to come to an end of the first quarter with our score, the Denton Admirals leading the Phillips Pirates 12-7 here in the Small Division Championship game. You're watching MCPSS Television.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Yeah. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
Welcome back here to the second quarter of a Small Division Boys Championship game. Make sure you tune in to the multiple platforms of the MCPSS on social media. Like them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. You can follow them on all of those social media platforms for great information on all the MCPSS schools. Denton quickly pushing it down the floor, and a layup opportunity up and good for Jaden Davis. Great job in transition, Coach.
Yeah, I really like the way these Denton kids, they look to pass and share the ball. That was a really good find right there by Captain Munderland, and that was a good finish.
Shot up and good by Phillips with an answer, 14-9. Here comes that full court 1-2-1-1. Creates a turnover and a steal by Westerfield, and he's going to get it to the top of the key to Cox. On resetting the offense, being knocked away there. Checking into the game, Amari Moore has it knocked away, and he'll inbound the basketball directly in front of Denton's bench. Again, now it looks the sagging man-to-man help side defense there. It looks as a zone, but that just goes to show the fundamentals. When the ball moves, the defense shifts as well.
It really does. They're packing this defense in and keeping the ball outside for Phillips, because Phillips does love to drive the ball, and we can see that right there. As they got into the lane and got a drop off and got a foul.
Great job of Westerfield taking the contact there, and he'll go to the free throw line shooting 2. Amari Westerfield, he's the energy maker for this Pirate program to go along with McConaughey. McConaughey played last year as well. And free throws, Coach, here in the championship game, you have to make all of them count.
Yeah, you have to make free throws count because, you know, when you're missing shots or not playing well, free throws actually still keep you in the game. Right now the game is 10-14. Just making that free throw just keeps it just right there at a 2-possession game.
And getting the ball, trying to get it across against this 1-2-1-1 pressure, didn't able to do so. And there will be a traveling on the call against Bryce Williams.
Yeah, both teams are creating fast pace, man. It's going to cause for a high-scoring game because the defense in this game is just being up and down the floor, and both are attacking the basket as well.
Phillips will be inbounding the basketball here, trailing 14-10. Man-to-man defense being played by the Admirals, trying to find the gaps and ways to attack. Deciding to pull up for the 3 up and no good by McConaughey. But offensive rebounded by Phillips. 3-pointer from the right wing by Cox, no good. And in transition comes Wilder Jr. running down the floor. Great transition basketball layup by DeAnthony Carl. Great vision also.
Absolutely. That was a great outlet by Wilder to actually just see the floor and to make the right pass for an actual score.
And, Coach, a point guard who keeps his head up at all times and, like you said, is able, like we saw in our girls game, Dunbar was able to execute the outlet pass and just beat Phillips down the floor. Same thing there.
Absolutely. The ball moves faster than any man. So once you actually deliver the outlet pass with the ball, it's hard to recover. And Denton is just doing a really good job of getting out and running and making that ball run for him as well.
16-10 lead for Denton here in the second quarter, almost halfway through the second quarter of a very speedy contest. And Denton's going to come away with the steal. Munnerlyn, he is going to go up and he's going to be fouled on the floor. No 2-shot opportunity. The foul will be called against Westerfield as it will be baseline out of bounds underneath their own basket for Denton.
That was a really good anticipation by Munnerlyn that time of reading the passing lane and jumping in and coming up with that steal as well.
16.
You can tell both of these teams are really well. They're really sound defensively. They're taught really well. They're coached really well. You can tell they've been, coached well with it.
DeAnthony Carl with a 3-point opportunity, shot and missed, rebounded by Phillips. And checking in for the Pirates will be Hayes Miller. Hayes Miller into the contest. A jumper floater is good for Phillips. A nice looking shot by Dylan Stone. Not getting back on defense. Transition.
Absolutely.
Kingston McAlmond. And there will be a timeout called by Denton, but off of a make, not a miss, but a make. Great job of getting the ball out of the net and pushing the ball down the floor by Denton.
Yeah, that's why you always tell kids we don't celebrate on the floor. You let the bench and the crowd do the celebration because, hey, once that ball goes through the net, it's time to engage and get into defense and find yours because it's coming back.
And you can see they've been taught by Edmund Wilder Sr., who has had multiple stops as a head coach, opportunities here at Mattie T. Blunt, coaching the girls, also St. Luke's boys, and being a head coach at Davidson as well, an assistant coach at Davidson. So he's been around the block a couple of times in regards to knowing what it takes. That's a great look at Coach Wilder Sr. there. And again, having a chance to coach his son, Edmund Wilder Jr., number 2 in white, is an awesome opportunity for him.
Yeah, that's something special. I can only imagine the father-son relationship that they have with this opportunity with playing and coaching together.
And Phillips will look to attack this man-to-man defense. Got to have a lot of movement here, some screens. You just don't want to stay stagnant waiting for your dribbler to make the move. And that's going to be a blocking foul called against the Admirals. It will only be their third team foul. As Phillips trying to inbound it, knocked away, and it will remain Phillips basketball. But against man-to-man, Coach, you want to make sure that you have plenty of cuts and plenty of off-ball movement.
Yeah, you want to try to get that ball to move from one side of the floor to the next, at least one rotation. And even if it gets in the middle of the floor with an attack afterwards, but you've got to make the defense have to actually shift. You can't keep the ball on one of that side of the floor the entire possession. And that's what Denton has done a really good job of, keeping Phillips on one side of the floor and keeping them stagnant. They're in the gaps, they're cutting down driving lanes, and just keeping the ball outside the perimeter.
Fourth team foul called by Denton. The next one will send Phillips to the line for the double bonus. And that layup scoop opportunity up and no good by McConaughey. Outlet to Munnerlyn. Munnerlyn looking for his teammate, and both McAlmond and Davis, I thought you had it. I thought that was for you, and it goes out of bounds. An unforced turnover there by Denton.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of miscommunication and just not on the same page. Turns over to a turnover.
And here it is. Phillips once again trying to screen this man-to-man defense. A good look, but it's going to be blocked by Munnerlyn on the attempt by Dylan Stone.
Another good defensive play right there, a good recovery, because right there Phillips had got in the lane and had a good layup opportunity, but Captain Munnerlyn made a good recovery and good defensive play.
Nice hesitation and nice bounce pass, just unable to convert. And like you said, Coach, just need to swing and move the ball, do the Pirates. And there is a jump ball where the possession arrow will favor Denton as they look to trap Hayes Miller on that play. 2:08 remaining. Corey LeBounty along with Coach Trent Eager joining you here for this boys small division championship game here in the MCPSS. And you can see now against this zone how Denton wants to attack it.
Yeah, they've extended this 2-1-2 zone. Got a good look at it right there, just didn't come up with the make.
And, Coach, it's hard from that angle to use the glass. You like the glass is your friend, but when you're perpendicular to the backboard, it's hard to use that glass.
Absolutely. That's got to be a shot that you practice a lot, and you know you can make that shot. As right there, he shot it over the rim.
Offensive rebounded by Phillips, attacking the glass, and there'll be a traveling call against Phillips and McConaughey. Because they do have just one team foul, Coach Turnipseed decides to not apply the full court pressure and fall back and extend this 2-1-2 defense.
Yeah, that's probably a smart decision, as Denton has done a really good job out of the press. They attack well out of it, so they've gotten layups. You get back and set your defense, gives you a chance to actually keep them out of the lane.
Second chance opportunities, third chance opportunities for Denton, not able to cash in. Phillips with the ball in transition and pushing it down the floor. McConaughey drives in, and he's going to be fouled on the play, and that will be the fifth team foul. It was a shooting foul nonetheless, and stopping the clock with 50.2 seconds remaining. Great job of McConaughey knowing as soon as he caught the basketball to go ahead and attack.
Absolutely. The best time to attack is early and often on offense. Your team is not set in transition defense, so he did a good job of reading the defense, attacking that gap, and got a shot off. He got fouled on it. Now he's shooting 2 free throws.
And cashing in at the free throw line is something, in order to cut into this lead, that Phillips has to do with the clock stopped.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they are from the line right now, but I'm sure they will want a few of those shots back, as he's missed that first one right there.
And here's the second chance for McConaughey, up and no good. And Denton coming down with it. Wilder Jr. with his head up, finding his teammate in for a layup that is missed by Davis. And Davis will be tied up and it'll be a jump ball. Jamari Cox did a good job of tying up Davis.
Absolutely. I tell you what, you couldn't get a better look. You couldn't ask for a better look right there. We just didn't come up with the make.
We'll see if Phillips continues to attack because the double bonus is in play. And yes, they do, Coach. And that's what you do here in order to cut into the lead, especially with a team being in the double bonus. You go ahead and attack and make the referees call it.
Absolutely. That's something I say all the time. Put the onus on the referee. Put the responsibility on them. McConaughey, although he missed his last 2 free throws, he still is determined to get into that paint and attack. And now he's gotten back to the line. That has helped him.
Having an opportunity here to knock this free throw down as he takes his time and now does not convert on that one either. And all you have to do is just see one of those go through the net in order to regain the confidence level there at the free throw line.
Absolutely. It's a lot of confidence that goes into it. You're by yourself at the line, and right now he's 0 of 4. He's just going to need to see one of them go through, or even a layup or something, just to see it go through, gain his confidence.
18-12 our score with 31.6 seconds remaining here in the first half. Phillips trailing with the basketball, baseline out of bounds. And they are quickly going to get it in to Cox, and Cox is going to get it to the top to Stone. Rotated over to Hayes Miller. Miller back to McConaughey with 20 seconds remaining. Gets into the middle. His floater is up and rolls in. 2 more points with 15 seconds remaining. Phillips has 3 fouls to give, so plenty of time they can be aggressive. And 5 seconds remaining. Denton will get a chance to beat the buzzer. And the three-pointer by Wilder Jr. is up and no good. And at halftime, our score, the Denton Admirals lead the Phillips Pirates 18-14. 18-14 is our halftime score here as we will go into halftime here in this Boys Small Division Championship game. You're watching the MCPSS Television Network.
Did you know that missing 2 days of school per month has a negative effect on student achievement?
And that chronic absenteeism is negatively impacting
1 out of every 10 Alabama students.
Studies show students who are chronically absent are more likely to drop out of school. For every 1 day your child is absent from school, it takes 3 days for them to catch up.
So if I am not sick, make sure I'm at school, because missing school means missing out.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Parents, if you have a child who will be 4 years of age on or before September 1st, then mark your calendar to register for the Mobile County Public Schools First Class Pre-K program. Online registration for this school year opens January 15th. Log on to MCPSS.com for more information and a complete listing of pre-K sites, screening, and selection information. First Class Pre-K registration January 15th. Save the date.
Part of the experience of going to the Mobile Museum of Art is that it's there for everyone.
Art is there to inspire, to give you other perspectives, and to make you think outside of yourself.
The museum offers a critical service to the culture of the community.
It's providing the opportunity to have eyes open.
I have known since I was in 4th grade that I was going to be a teacher. I really just truly enjoy coming to work every day and working with different sets of kids and just watching them grow and learn.
I couldn't see myself doing anything other than teaching children, being a part of children's lives, being able to inspire them in a way that some people just aren't able to do. And to know that every day is a new day, a new opportunity to make a difference in the child's life means everything to me.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
Hello, I'm Jordan Clark, and I'm in the Health Service Academy at John L. LaFleur Magnet High School. My future career is to be an obstetrician gynecologist. With this academy, I'm learning firsthand from people already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job really makes me want to study hard and work harder towards my career goals.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. Visit MCPSS.com.
High school students, are you looking for a way to become a better leader? Then the Junior Officers Training Corps may be what you're seeking. If you would like to develop self-reliance, learn ways to be more responsible, and improve your communication skills, you can do that and more when you register for the Junior Officers Training Corps. The JROTC program is available to all high school students in Mobile County. JROTC, we build a better you.
We're at halftime here of our Small Division Boys Championship game between the Phillips Pirates and the Denton Admirals. Coach, the Admirals leading 18-14 here at halftime, in which we've seen great transition offense on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of up and down basketball, a lot of pressing, a lot of getting to the basket on both of it. And this game may be a little bit closer with a couple free throws made here and there.
Coach, free throws ultimately win championships. With a stop clock, you want to go ahead. If you're Denton, you're talking about don't do as much fouling. If you're Phillips, you're saying, hey, look, we need to make our foul shots and just relax and take our time there. But at the end of the day, they're balling for it all. This is for a championship, and it's a small division championship, but both of these teams play with tremendous heart.
Yeah, absolutely. It may be small division to us, but it's not to these kids. They're playing in big division.
And when you have three officials in the contest, it makes a difference in what they're able to see and what they're able to call as well. It makes it good for both teams that are involved here, as Denton will take over the basketball here to start the second half of action, leading 18-14, and Phillips will stay in this 2-1-2 defense that they love to run. And again, when they score, they love to press as well. So it's a situation here. Denton will have to find a way to attack this 2-1-2 zone. A good look by Munnerlin, thrown away, not able to handle that one.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, you can't ask for anything else. They're getting the ball downhill, middle of the floor, into the basket. So, hey, they're getting the looks they want, just got to capitalize on it.
A turnover is forced by Denton, as keeping his head up is Wilder Jr., and the shot no good, rebounded by Phillips. And Phillips is having to attack this 1-2-1-1 full court pressure off make or miss. I like to see that type of action.
Yeah, that shows that kids are actually engaged and focused. You know, once you can jump to a press, you know, even on a miss or make, that shows attention to detail. And I really like the dedication to defense from Coach Wild and his team.
Attacking this man-to-man defense, Phillips skips it across, and a three-point corner shot is up and good by McConaughey, as McConaughey cashes in, and now it's a one-point game, and there'll be a foul called on the far sideline. But, Coach, you look at that replay, nothing but the bottom of the net for Carvin McConaughey.
Yeah, good-looking shot. Looked like he's practiced that shot quite a bit.
And that is going to be the first team foul called against Phillips, as Coach Turnipseed jumps up and down. Just know you have to cut off that sideline. That's your extra defender there, so make the offensive player cross over in front of your face and turn it over.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to pick up fouls in the backcourt. Fouls like that, those are wasted fouls. You want to keep those in your pocket when you need them.
Shot up and missed by the Admirals, and Phillips coming across with McConaughey at the point position, trying to screen this man-to-man defense, but you just want to, like you said, get the ball moving, finding a way to maybe get a low post touch inside out. And attacking it with a one-handed floater by Dylan Stone, up and good. And now Phillips takes the lead 19-18, have come out of the locker room and scored 5 quick ones.
Absolutely. This quick 5-0 run has changed the dynamics of the game right now.
a great pace and tempo. Right three-pointer up and good, no good by Wilder Jr. Rebounded by Amari Moore. Pushed ahead by Cox, and Cox is going to be called for a traveling call. And Coach Turnipseed can't believe that call there. Great crowd here on the campus of Mattie T. Blunt for this small division middle school championship game.
Absolutely. Again, this is a high-level middle school game. You know, I know we talk about small division, but this is not small division basketball. These are two really good teams, well coached with some real good players.
Great ball reversal, right wing three-pointer up and good by Wilder Jr. And you rotate it to the weak side of that zone, and that's a knockdown.
As we talked about earlier, moving the ball from side to side, making the defense shift. All it takes is one person to make a mistake on defense, gives you a wide open look.
Capitalizing now, Denton takes back the lead 21-19. Phillips trying to attack this man-to-man defense. McConaughey thought about the three, still keeps his dribble alive, and he's going to kick it up front to Cox. And Cox is going to swing it around to Westerfield. Westerfield with a three-point opportunity, rims in and out. Rebounded by Wilder Jr. Munnerlin now the length of the floor. He tries to hit his teammate Kingston McAlmon, but turns it over. Good look.
Absolutely.
Good thought.
Absolutely. He's doing a really good job of finding guys. The pass may have been a little miscommunication. Didn't know he was going to look, pass it. He got jumped in the air. But, hey, he's doing a really good job of finding guys. Guys just got to be aware that know that anytime he leaves his feet, he can pass the ball at any time.
Coming across the floor, McConaughey directing traffic's going to get into Cox. Cox in the middle, and the heart of that defense on the wing now is Stone. Stone on the inside, back to McConaughey. And you can see the great sharing of the basketball, but an unfortunate turnover there for the Pirates.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. He got it caught in a tough spot, but these guys are really looking for each other. The ball is moving now, so that's created some better shot selections for them.
Captain Munnerlin with the ball at the top of the key is going to get over to his teammate Bryce Williams. And resetting the offense is Munnerlin on the right wing to Wilder Jr. Back to Munnerlin. Munnerlin with the one-handed floater up and no good. Touch last by the Pirates. And that's going to be Amari Moore who got his paws on it last. And it will be baseline out of bounds for Denton. And Denton with an outstanding out-of-bounds play. And there'll be a foul first. Going to call an offensive foul with the clearing out by Jaden Davis, but he was wide open, didn't have to push off. It would have been 2 points.
Yeah, he set a good screen, but he actually just followed through with it a little too much. A really good-looking play, just unfortunate on that.
Phillips trying to handle this pressure, and there's a back tap foul called against Munnerlin, and Munnerlin is going to be called for his first. Correction, third.
Yeah, that may be a big foul as Munnerlin is going to the bench. They're going to the sub for him. So let's see how Phillips is able to capitalize on that with him out of the game.
And that is a huge foul because the 1-2 punch of Wilder and Munnerlin really get things going.
Absolutely.
2 team fouls have been called against Denton, 1 against Phillips, as Phillips has it at the top of the key, and a three-pointer is up and pure by Jamari Cox.
Tell you, this kid, his stroke looks really good. Looks like he's done that 100 times.
Back and forth we are going. Phillips retains the lead once again with this defense, this zone defense, and sometimes you have to fake a pass to make a pass. Absolutely. Against the zone in order to get those hands up, and that's one of the things that I know, Coach, you definitely teach there at Bishop State.
Absolutely. We try to teach fake a pass, make a pass, and everything you do. It's much easier to make that pass. But, you know, a lot of times that's fundamentals. You want to keep driving it in every day, little small things.
Wilder Jr. with a two-handed floater up and good. Reed Gibbon Denton the lead 23-22 with 1 minute remaining. And Phillips looking to run their half court and execute their half court offense, skip it across the court to McConaughey. McConaughey gets it into Westerfield, and Westerfield stepped out of bounds, had a good idea, and was going to be able to lay it up, but stepped out of bounds. You look at the floater and the nice move in the finish by Wilder Jr.
Yeah, there's some pretty good skilled kids in this game right here.
Denton, with 50 seconds remaining, can opt to hold for the last shot as they have the 1-point lead. Coach Wilder making Phillips extend and come out and really extend this 2-3 zone almost to half court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to stretch the zone out and space them out, and that's going to create those driving gaps. I'm really interested to see what Coach does right here with that.
And Wilder Jr. shot up and no good. A head full of steam for Westerfield. Westerfield is fouled as he goes to the basket, but that's a great job off of a missed shot by Denton, quickly pushing the ball down the floor, keeping his head up. Westerfield is trying to get his team back with the lead here as 18.1 seconds remain.
Yeah, Westerfield is a strong guard. You can see him getting downhill and getting to that basket, and he's a load to stop.
His free throw is up and good, and Coach, this quarter alone, you can see the struggles of Phillips at the free throw line, and on the game have missed at least 6 free throws on the contest.
Yeah, well, we know that probably much more. That's 6 right there for sure. So that's going to be something that you hope doesn't come back to bite them in the end of the game. You know, you look back at a game, you lose by 1 or 2 or even 3 points, but you miss 7 or 8 or 9 free throws. So that's a big key thing. Free throws are a large part of any game that you always want to try to capitalize on.
Getting fouled on the offensive rebound, Amari Moore unable to convert, and Coach Turnipseed just telling him to relax and take his time there. As you can see the young man bending his knees, getting ready to focus. Amari Moore at the free throw line. His free throw up and no good. Bounce right back to him. His jumper up and no good. There's going to be a jump ball on the call with 11.5 seconds remaining. Phillips does have possession of it. And Coach, here with 11.5 seconds, Phillips wants to continue to be aggressive.
Absolutely. You do want to stay aggressive and keep attacking, getting to that free throw line, getting to that rim.
Top of the key, 3 by Cox, up and no good. Put back, fouled as the offensive rebound was received by Westerfield. And in one motion, he went up and was hacked, almost converted the and one. But another free throw opportunity for the Pirates.
Absolutely. They've missed their last 4 free throws straight. Let's hope they can capitalize right here. As now it mounts up to 5 on that first miss. So free throws are a large part of this game. Phillips could actually have stretched this game out actually in their favor with free throws.
Second free throw up and no good. And Coach, they're going to try to retrieve the basketball, but that is 8 consecutive misses.
Absolutely.
At the free throw line alone with the clock stopped. Denton going to try to make a shot here before the quarter ends. Wilder or Munnerlin's one-handed toss as time expires is no good. And our score at the end of the third quarter, 23-22. Denton leads Phillips. Fantastic fourth quarter of action. Falling for it all. Coming back right at you after these messages.
Hey Alexa, tell me about Mobile County Public Schools.
With 53,000 students in 90 schools, Mobile County Public Schools equips and empowers college and career-ready graduates. Several MCPSS schools are ranked among Alabama's top 10. Yearly, graduating students earned about $110 million in college scholarships and 10,000 career credentials. MCPSS is learning today, leading tomorrow. Does that answer your question?
Fourth quarter of action starting in this small division boys championship game, middle school style. 23-22 is our score. And Coach, earlier in the year, October 30th, Phillips beat Denton 35-34. And we're playing itself out here in the fourth quarter for the same type of fantastic finish.
Yeah, for Phillips to be in this game right here, 1-point game, with the amount of free throws that they've missed, they've got to be fortunate. And coach has to be sitting, feeling pretty good.
No doubt about that. And 5:37 remaining with a 1-point lead for Denton. And Phillips trying to attack this man-to-man half-court defense. The fouls reset every quarter, so the team fouls reset, and there's a good layup look that is scored by Dylan Stone.
I tell you what, that was good concentration by McConaughey to actually still make that pass as he was falling for the drop-off for that layup. Big three-point basket up and a miss by Wilder. Out of bounds. Ball goes down to Phillips.
5:07 remaining, back and forth we have gone, and Edmund Wilder Sr. will take a timeout. It will be a full timeout called by Wilder Sr. And as we take a timeout here on the floor, Monday, don't forget to mark your calendar. It is a virtual distance instruction day this coming Monday, February 3rd. So don't forget to mark your calendar. The kiddos will be staying at home for the virtual distance instruction day this coming Monday, February 3rd. Make sure you mark your calendar. Just like we're marking the score here in this game, you don't want to miss Monday's virtual day. And you also don't want to miss the last 5:07 of this contest, as we see in the stands the Phillips girls and the cheerleaders there who weren't not able to win the girls championship game, lost 39-15, but here to support and root on their boys.
Absolutely, and a remarkable season for them as they upset Denton to get to the championship game.
Nice designed out-of-bounds play for Wilder Jr. coming out of the timeout, perfectly executed, and a three-ball goes in for Wilder Jr.
Big knockdown shot, like you said, perfectly executed. Open looks, equal makes.
And Phillips looking to attack this trapping man-to-man defense. Great help side, like you said, Coach, packing it in. Just trying to find those open gaps there. Now with Denton having a 2-point lead, there's going to be an offensive foul. An offensive foul called against Phillips on that drive.
I tell you what, Munderland does not mind putting his body in the mix. He's sitting here with 3 fouls right now, and to play that level of defense shows that he wants to compete.
Outstanding point there, Coach, that one of their combo 1-2 punch, willing to step up defensively and do whatever it takes to win a championship for his team. Wilder Jr. finding his teammate on the inside, Jaden Davis, who's going to be fouled on the attempt, but another great pass and great vision off of the penetration by Wilder Jr.
Absolutely. These guys are doing a really good job. This 1-2 punch, literally, number 1 and 2, are finding guys getting downhill and dropping that off.
And Jaden Davis being helped off of the floor, not able to put a lot of pressure on his ankle. And he was the one who was fouled. So there will be a sub coming in for him to shoot the 2 free throws. That will be DeAnthony Carl coming in to shoot those 2 free throws. And we'll see here if coming off the bench cold, whether Carl will be able to capitalize off of the free throw opportunities given to the Admirals.
And sinks the first.
Shot that one with a lot of confidence and composure as the lead now extends to 3.
Absolutely.
And Carl coming off of the bench cold in for his injured teammate, Jaden Davis.
Absolutely. Can make this a 2-possession game right here.
Follow through up and no good. Last touch by Phillips. And that one goes out of bounds on Amari Moore. 4:12 remaining. Corey LeBounty, along with Coach Trent Eager, joining you here for the Boys Small Division Championship game. And what a great one it is so far. Munderland is smart enough there to throw it off of the Phillips on-ball defender, which is Amari Moore. We saw that happen in the girls' game as well, but you have to have the heads up to know to throw it off of that defender.
Absolutely. You have to also be aware that there's 4.9 seconds that you have to get it in, so you don't have all day. And everybody says you have 5 seconds. You don't have 5. 5 is a violation.
Inbounded to Wilder Jr. Back to the inbounder, which is Munnerlyn. His three-point opportunity rims out. Attacking the glass is McAlmond. He saves a possession out to Wilder for 3. His 3 up and no good. Another offensive rebounding for Carl. And Wilder Jr. is going to find Captain Munnerlyn. Right three-pointer up and no good. But we will have a foul underneath the basket. Couple opportunities there for Denton to capitalize.
Absolutely. They got 2 great looks. Couldn't ask for anything better. One just went all the way down, just didn't go through.
2 team fouls against Phillips, 1 against Denton this quarter. 3:40 remaining against this sagging man-to-man defense. And right in the middle of it is where you want to get it. The shot up and no good by Cox. Rebounded, secured by the Admirals. Patiently walking the ball up the floor is Captain Munnerlyn. And Munnerlyn with the crossover as this defense has been extended. And there's going to be a traveling called against Munnerlyn.
Yeah, just misstep right there. He got in the middle of the floor, and that's what he's been doing all night. No need to stop now.
High hands by this Denton defense. Leads to a three-pointer that's up and no good. Wilder Jr. surveying the floor, almost double dribbled, but let go of it, and Munnerlyn has it at the top of the leopard head here at Mattie T. Blunt High School, making the Pirates come out and extend their zone. Wilder inside to his teammate, up and no good for McAlmond. Three-pointer from the right wing is short, rebounded by the Admirals. A good look, just left it a little short.
Yep.
And with 2:25 remaining, a one-possession game, 3-point game. And Phillips having to extend the pressure coming out of his zone. Wilder Jr. takes it to the middle and scores 2.
Yeah, I think that play was perfectly designed. They sat Wilder at the free throw line in the middle of the floor, opened up the defense, got the ball in the middle to him. He quickly attacked, got the layup.
Last year, this Denton boys team lost in the semifinals to the eventual champion, Callaway Smith. And on this roster, 7 8th graders, 6 7th graders. So you definitely have plenty to go there. And in the division, 8-0 were the Denton boys. And, Coach, I talked about the first team to 50. I thought we would see a transition team, a game where it was high scoring. This team averages between 37, 38 points a game, that being the Denton Admirals. And here it is, they're sitting right at 29.
Yeah, although both teams have played up and down, both teams are pretty sound defensively on their recovery and protecting the basket. So that's why this game has been a lower scoring affair for both of these teams.
And here it is, Phillips with a left corner three-pointer up and nothing but the bottom of the net by Dylan Stone. And we have a 2-point game, 29-27. And Phillips comes away with the steal, but getting it back are the Admirals. And back and forth, those 50-50 loose balls, Coach, have been huge.
Hey, Phillips has not laid down, and that was a good, quick response out of a timeout for Phillips.
And in for the Denton Admirals, Marcus Hudgens. He's a 7th grader, is going to get it to Wilder Jr. And Wilder Jr. at the top of the key, his teammate Kingston McAlmond called for an illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to let him get set, and then you attack. So you've got to set your feet, and now that's going to be a turnover going to Phillips. 1:40, down 2.
Balling for it all here with the boys small division championship and more championship games to come tomorrow. Clark Shaw girls versus Scarborough girls tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. And there's a turnover by Phillips. Plenty of time, though, Coach. Don't have to get dejected about that turnover because when you look at it, it's only the third team foul that has been committed.
Absolutely. Good thing is also it's a dead ball foul, so it's not going to hurt you there. You get a chance to set your defense.
Jaden Davis back in for the Denton Admirals, who was just injured moments ago. 29-27 our score. A little high screen roll action for Wilder Jr., and he is going to be fouled. 2 hands contacted by Phillips.
Yeah, right here you want to try to play solid defense. You don't want to give up any cheap foul that you don't have to give up. And just keep it in front of you. Make them make the mistake.
4 fouls called against Phillips. So the next foul will send Denton to the free throw line, shooting the double bonus. And it is sidelined out of bounds. Coach Wilder, he can get a layup here from an execution standpoint if he would like. And there it is, back to Munnerlyn, and Munnerlyn with the layup. Great execution of the sideline out of bounds.
Absolutely. That's a big basket right now, as, you know, it's a 2-possession game with a minute left in this game.
Back to the inbounder. Phillips now down 4, a 3-pointer at the top of the key by McConico, up and no good. Rebounded by Munnerlyn, and Munnerlyn is going to be tied up. There will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Phillips. The Pirates will have it. Baseline out of bounds with 50.2 seconds remaining, and there will be a timeout called by head coach Turnipseed. Great timeout, as a matter of fact, to settle down his guys and get exactly what he wants. We saw the execution from the sideline out of bounds. The most dangerous person is always the inbounder, Coach.
Absolutely, always. Tis the defense, they lose that guy. You know, and I don't know why, but they lose him as soon as he comes on the floor, and that's exactly what happened. He threw the ball in. He just dove to the basket, wide open layup.
On the other end, now that Phillips, the Pirates have it baseline out of bounds, you get a look there at Coach Turnipseed again in his first season back since his 2019 retirement. He still helps out with the football program there at Phillips. And Phillips Preparatory School is one of the finest academies that Blue Ribbon School here in the MCPSS school system. But the Pirates now will have it baseline out of bounds, trailing by 4 with 50.2 seconds remaining. Inbounded into their shooter Cox, his 3-pointer up and no good. Tapped away by Munnerlyn. Munnerlyn looking to go coast to coast. He's going to be fouled, and he will go to the free throw line, shooting 2 free throws with a 4-point lead.
Yeah, there again, free throws are a big part of this game. You know, 4-point game, free throws for Phillips, you know, change the dynamics. These free throws right here change the dynamics for Denton.
And we'll see here, that's going to be the 5th team foul, personal foul rather, 5th personal foul that is going to be called on Westerfield. And that is a huge loss for Phillips, as that's what they're checking on right now at the table. That is his 5th personal foul, as Coach Turnipseed is going to have to go to the bench here. And we'll see who he decides to call to step on to the floor. And it looks like it's going to be Shedrick Taylor, a 7th grader, having an opportunity to get some action, and a standing ovation being given to Westerfield, as you can see his dejection after fouling out of the contest. And we will be shooting, should be shooting the double bonus. I had the 5th team foul, but the table has 4, so 1 more to give. Baseline out of bounds, layup in and out. Offensive rebound put back by Wilder Jr., or no, by Munnerlyn. That's huge. Gives them a big lead now of 6 points.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd like to take a basket instead of 2 free throws, so it works out better. But Cox come down and give a quick answer. 3-point game.
33-30.
You've got to come up with a steal here or a foul.
And there's your foul. And now Munderland will for certain be going to the free throw line. Look at Cox, though, pulling up in rhythm, coach. String music.
As I said, it looks like he shot that shot 100 times.
Catches that. You know, shooting is a rhythm game. And he came down and found the bounce and knew he had to pull up. His team needed a 3, got the 3. And instead of the 1-and-1 that was taken away from the game here in high school, it's still involved in collegiate men's basketball to where there's 1-and-1. But in the women's collegiate game, as well as middle and high school action in the NFHS, 5 fouls, 2 free throws automatically.
Absolutely. And you see there, he misses that first one. This right here is a big make as it extends to a 2-possession game. But you want to definitely try to look for Cox if he misses this one for a quick basket. He's already made 2. I'd look for him again.
Munderland able to bounce that one off the back of the rim and in. 17.3 seconds.
They've got to have a quick attack here.
They can't foul because that will stop the clock, and that's exactly what happened. That is the 5th team foul called against the Admirals. So it will stop the clock and send Phillips to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, with the free throw trouble that Phillips has had, that may not be a bad foul by Denton. But right here, you need every free throw you can get right here for Phillips.
34-30, 13.1 seconds remaining, and the first free throw by Cox is up and no good. Cox trying to close in on that deficit by Denton, and his second is up and pure. 1-possession game, coach. Full court pressure coming. And a home run ball being thrown by Munderland, and he gets it back to Wilder. Wilder is going to get it back to Munderland, and with 7.1 seconds remaining, Munderland playing the quarterback position, trying to throw the home run ball. His teammate couldn't handle it, and they were really lucky to gain possession back of that ball.
Yeah, that was really a fortunate break for them because that ball was loose out on the open floor. Phillips comes up with that, can do whatever they like with enough time on the clock.
Captain Munderland Jr. going to the line here for the Admirals. And he averages 14 points per game. Misses that first, coach.
If they can get a make right here, that's probably going to ice the game. But a miss right here will be big for Phillips as they get this miss. They're going to have to attack and get this 3.
Keeping the door open. Munderland can put the nail in the coffin.
And he missed.
And there is your timeout being called by Coach Turnipseed. Folks, 5.8 seconds remaining. 34-31 is our score. Denton, coach, here's the strategy. I know when I used to coach, here you work on this situation, I'm taking the foul because I don't want you to have a 3-point opportunity. I know that you're in the double bonus, but I would much rather you go to the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws than to get a look, clean or contested, for a 3 to tie it up.
Well, you want to actually use the clock, too, as your friend with that foul situation. With Phillips, their free throw situation, they're not shooting the free throws well, so I would foul also. But I wouldn't foul early. They've got to get the ball across because they're not going to make a 3 back there. I want the clock to minimize as much as possible, then foul as they get down on this side. As he looks to pick the ball or stop dribbling, not on the shot, but as he looks to, he's going to stop or pause dribble, you go ahead and foul. And if I'm the coach, I'm letting him know that, hey, we're going to foul.
Some coaches let you get off the shot, some do not. But it's a situation to where now Phillips has to go the length of the floor. And going the length of the floor with 5.8 seconds remaining, we'll see here if they decide to foul or not foul. So far, no foul. There's the pressure. It's going to roll off, and Denton is going to get in, and they are going to win the small division championship 34-31. Phillips was able to get the ball across half court, and then it rolled off of the foot.
Absolutely. Just couldn't make the play. Couldn't make the play right there. They got the ball in the Mechanico's hands. He just couldn't come up with it. A little too fast and lost control.
Great and fantastic finish. Both of the contests that these two teams have played, the first one was a one-point contest. This one winds up being a three-point contest. And Denton was able to avenge the earlier one-point loss to the Phillips Pirates.
Absolutely. We talked about this being a big level championship game, small division, but big level, and that's what it was today.
Coach, the difference in this game obviously was the free throws.
Absolutely.
And you talked about going back and looking at that scorebook as a coach, the missed free throws and the missed opportunities for Phillips to either tie it or take a lead with those will be something that I know they'll be talking about and working on. As learning at a young age, it's very important to see how important the fundamentals of the game are.
Absolutely. And free throws are fundamentals of the game. It's right now, that's a learning moment, to not neglect free throws.
And a fantastic finish. You look at the literal 1-2 punch of the Denton Admirals, and you have to tip your cap to Edmund Wilder Sr. being able to find a way, coming back to Denton after losing in the semifinals a year ago, reclaiming that championship. And Edmund Wilder Sr. joins us as the newly crowned Small Division Boys champion. Coach, congratulations on a great win.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Talk about the execution of your game plan and how it was able to come to fruition tonight.
Game plan, this is what we've been doing all year. Press, back to man, offensively on the rink I put in. I put Captain Munley, number 1 on the ball. I moved my guy, my son, number 2, off ball. A little bit better shooter. So that just was the strategy. Just play through EJ and just get in here and just do what we do all season. Depending on the defensive side, a little bit out of whack, I would say, as far as helping and rotating. But these guys put in hard work all year trying to learn that man-to-man.
Coach, they did execute the man-to-man defensive and the principles there. You're leaving the door open with missed free throws on both sides. Talk about the design sidelines out-of-bounds play that you had after you called that timeout, and that being a huge difference maker in the contest.
I tip my hat to those guys with that timeout situation. That's something we never practiced. Drew it up on the fly to give my son a shot off a screen, off a elevator, and different things, and they executed to the T. So that tells me that they are guys that can operate on the fly, high IQ, and that can do things for high schools and back middle school for some of them 7th graders, 3 and 4, while playing the game.
Coach, congratulations on a huge win and winning the Small Division Boys Championship. It might have been a small division, but a huge win for your program, so congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I just, like I say, these guys, man, we started in the spring, had a plan, put it together, worked through the spring, stayed together. June, we played June ball. I saw it then. I knew we can have a chance to win the championship. Put together a tough schedule. Part of the season, we played 5 games in 8 days, man. These guys never faltered. They was always there.
Coach Edmund Wilder Sr. joining us, and now we'll get ready for the trophy presentation of our Small Division Boys Championship here on the campus of Mattie T. Blunt. We also, behind that, earlier we did see Dunbar's girls win the Small Division Girls Championship. So we were able to crown 2 champions today, and we'll crown 2 more in the Large Division Championship tomorrow.
Absolutely. We've seen 2 really good games today, and a lot of great kids today, and I expect the same thing tomorrow.
High-quality basketball being played here in the Mobile County Public School system, and kudos. Coach mentioned the fact that his team utilize the play dates in June. You don't see a lot of middle schools utilize those play dates and the camaraderie that they were able to create.
Absolutely. The more time you get to build chemistry and build continuity with your team, the better. These kids, like he said, have been with each other for a while. They've learned each other. That 1 and 2 punch. Also, those other guys, they know when Wilder or Munderland is going to pass that ball, what they're going to do.
All
so
right.
that made a big difference.
Have your attention
now
for a
it's time
moment.
for the trophy presentation.
I want to congratulate both teams on a great game. To end the night, Denton Admirals, Phillips Pirates. Great job, both teams. All right, tonight, small division middle school championship. First, we'll present our runner-ups. MCPSS middle school runner-up this year for small division is the Phillips Pirates. All right, now champion for the night, MCPSS, small division, middle school basketball champs, Denton Admirals. Congratulations, young man.
Congratulations to the Denton Admirals and their head coach, Edmund Wilder Sr., having the championship trophy hoisted. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in here to the MCPSS Network. Don't forget, tomorrow, Wednesday, January 29th, 4 o'clock p.m., the Girls Large Division Championship. Clark Shaw takes on Scarborough. You don't want to miss that. Same time, same place, same channel here on the MCPSS Television Network. For Coach Trent Eager, I'm Corey LeBounty. Thank you guys for tuning in, and congratulations to our small division champions.